All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to day 2 of the Frostbite stream. Once again, if anyone's around and wants to help out cast, please feel free to hop on, shoot me a message if you don't have access to the casting channel. Would appreciate some help. It's hard to get through all these by myself, but after day 1, we do have the following standings, and they are in order for the second round of matchups for the Swiss stage of Frostbite. Just a quick reminder for the format, if anyone forgets. Each team plays up to 3 rounds of Swiss. If you win 2 games, you guarantee that you move on to the bracket stage, and if you lose 2, you're unfortunately eliminated. So these first 2 games that we're going to watch are going to be games that can lock you in for the bracket stage, and the second 2 we're going to watch are going to be elimination games. Noam, you actually subbed in this first game. Alvarez Inferno was down a couple players, and they were able to get one of their subs playing, and I think Noam filled in there. So you do already know what happens here, but
I do, but I will be able to speak soon.
all right. And then Metabusters is their opponent representing the LA Fire Department Foundation, and Alvarez Inferno is playing for Doctors Without Borders. I just kind of want to rotate through. Gotta figure out where to put these donations where it doesn't block everything. But I think we can look through some of the highlights. Thank you, Noam, for the sub. That is a tier 1, so we don't get the freaking Twitch tax for Prime subs. Appreciated. But yeah, here are the lineups that we're gonna see for these teams. Tusini versus Hongbaba mid is actually a featured matchup. I'm surprised that these 2 players haven't played against each other. But other than that, Metabusters is running Korn, Fujer, Tusini, Brandon, and Jacob. Same roster we saw yesterday, but Albert's Inferno is running a different group of people. Fishy and Albert are still the top side. Hong swapped to mid from ADC, and then Noam subbing from Rift Sharks as the ADC, and then Draco is playing support, and I believe they've only played 1 game of support before and played Karma. I'm not sure if that means we're gonna see Karma again this game. But anyway, I think we can go ahead and hop in. Not too much to wait for here. Fujer, featured player, and Draco, the featured player for the other team. Pretty new to the server, actually. I do want to look at their stats. Only 13 games played, but 11 unique champions across those. And I'm pretty sure that's a 6-7 overall win-loss record. Wide variety of champions here. We have a few supports, and then we have Skarner and Shyvana as well, which are, different enough that it's a promising jungle pool there, but are potentially going to see some of these supports since that is the role they're playing this game. But I am going to try and pull up this game.
Quite fun to play with too.
And I tried to preset my game settings, so maybe I won't need to tweak them midstream this time. Fingers crossed. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. I mean, the games yesterday that we watched were pretty good. I feel like the new seasons made things a lot more exciting. There's a lot more to keep track of in the early game other than just basic laning, and not seeing endless freezes over and over again has been nice.
Yeah, definitely faster paced than last season. You are not streaming to me anymore, by the way.
Yeah, I found a workaround for making it so OBS worked, but I think you need to not be playing any other game. So, I don't know.
Some interesting team comps coming out here. Got a very heavy AP comp from Albert's Inferno.
Does Corki still deal any AP damage?
Q and W are AP, I believe, but he's like majority AD now, so he's like solo AD on.
That's a little better.
Yeah. And then some solid damage spread from Metabusters here. Not busting the meta though.
They haven't done that in years. Let's be honest.
Yep.
I went great for them, if I remember correctly. I think there's a lot of winning done that season. Fishy is trying to play in the bush here. We're actually seeing Fishy on Lilia here. That's not what we saw in the first game. We saw him perform super well on Cho'Gath, but maybe he now just wants to play, something he's a bit more comfortable on. Maybe he just played Cho'Gath. I don't know. I'm not going to try and speculate at why he was doing that, but we got a lot of spinny circle abilities in the top lane. Darius Q and Lilia Q very similar. Funny seeing each other trade. And level 1 from Corki is really powerful. You're seeing Tusini get chunked for half his health right at the beginning of the game here.
Yeah, worth keeping an eye out on the mid lane. That's a very explosive matchup. If any one of them gets a lead, then they should be able to leverage that for the rest of the game. I'm not going to spoil what happened, but
I mean, I think...
let's just say there was a lot of fighting around mid.
If anyone is keeping an eye out for Miss Cannon minions, I think Jacob and I are both donating a
I
dollar.
will also join in on that.
One. Okay, so we have
I just wasn't able to catch the stream live yesterday.
Gotcha. So any Miss Cannon is going to be -1 for the rest of the tournament, and we're at -9 so far. So if anyone happens to catch them, it's quite hard to do it while casting, so Twitch chat has got to help us out here. But I feel like Corki, if he gets ahead, it's a lot easier to execute on his skirmishing. Zoe's way more dependent on being able to hit her bubbles, whereas Corki has a lot more abilities he can just throw out to try and poke down with.
Yeah, definitely.
However, the bot lane from Inferno is a lot more supportive, but Draco just flashing in is able to find the engage onto Jacob, and Jacob's just going to get cut out for first blood, and that's the first feat of strength going over to Albert's basically at 3 minutes.
Yeah, don't look at my CS numbers. They're really bad right now.
Seraphine is not the easiest champion to come on.
-1, I believe.
We'll say, yeah, I don't really care that much. Corn flashing in, ghosting in, and that should be an easy kill just after the kill went down in bot lane. But now Draco going in, looking for another one. No, I'm not able to find the route onto Brandon there, so he's able to walk out safely.
Yeah, it's not much of an excuse, but it has been a bit since I've played Seraphine. Should have been a kill, but it is what it is.
Have you still not lost a game on Seraphine support in this server?
I might have lost one. I think.
Gotcha.
I think I've lost multiple on APC Seraphine.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3. I might have lost one on Seraphine support.
It looks like Fujer actually went for an early back, is sitting on 2 longswords. Albert was able to base, but didn't buy any items. Just went back for a Giant's Belt now. But that is an exhaust thrown down from the wave, and that actually does a huge chunk to Hong, who just got hit by the bubble. I think the auto is going to be the only thing to wake him up there. No Q available, and now Hong's running in. Exhaust, or Ignite burnt down on both sides, and that's double flashes coming out, and I think both of them are going to die? No, Teddy actually lives. Elastic Ignite, not enough to kill him. Good outplay there. It looked like Tusini had the upper hand in that trade, and he just wasn't able to get it.
Yeah, super close there, but Old Man was able to pick up the solo kill, so. I do want to point out Draco had impeccable timing this game on dropping saplings and bushes to check wards. Like, I think we just saw it there. It happened multiple times this game.
And now Draco going in and flips Brandon into tower. Might be able to find a kill, but no, just forces the flash and ghost out, which is pretty worth it regardless. Brandon's still not having back tier. Could put him at a bit of a disadvantage, especially as he now gets collapsed on, but the bubble is coming out from Jacob is huge. No one forced to flash out, but now Albert's coming here looking for something. Forces the flash out to Jacob immediately, and Brandon should end up falling here. Tries to live for a little bit longer, tries to find the trade kill into Gnome, but just isn't able to do it. However, Metabusters has already started up the Dragon, trying to work on the Epic Monster Feat of Strength, which they get a good start to. Albert not able to deny that. And the Grubs are available, and no one's really looked at them yet, so we'll have to see who puts prio on this.
A little bit of an anti-synergy there with Maokai and Seraphine. I threw the double E for the stun on Maokai W, but Q pushed them out of the way, so something to watch out for later in the game. big CS leads for Metabusters top and bot. Decent CS lead for Teddy mid though, for
Yeah,
the
the
side of Alberts.
20 farm diff in the jungle is not something to scoff at either,
Oh,
especially with
absolutely
how
not.
powerful Jarvan can be early in the game. He's been able to get an objective too, so it's not like he's only power farming and not able to hit other things. But Skarner has been able to impact the map a little bit more, but these teams are even in gold, and that one dragon really being the difference between the two of them puts Metabusters at a very slight advantage in the early game, which will be even bigger if they're able to pick these up. And just a reminder, for the Feat of Strength, all 3 grubs need to be picked up for it to count, so if one team's able to deny just one, it means that the other team can't get that progress on the feat. But Teleport coming in right on top of Tusini, but Hong trying to survive here. Noam actually did just join the fight. Tusini a little low on the back foot, but Corrin is right in the middle, gets caught out. Draco being able to pick up that kill, and now Fitchy's trying to chase down the rest of them. The grubs just trying to join the fight like they're part of it. Jacob should be taken out here, but everyone else should be able to live, and I think these other 2 grubs are going to go over to Albert's Inferno. But Fujer going for the ultimate onto Hongbaba. Hong has no mana, probably should just end up dying here. Really good catch for Fujer on the back of the fight, but Noam's actually able to take him out. It's not a clean 1-for-0. He gets traded, and I don't think Tusini's going to be able to make it out either. At least not quickly.
Yeah, I remember Teddy in that was very confused about what happened to Corky W into the Jarvan wall. I think the wall spawned like on top of Corky W and it stopped the W. I was
Gotcha.
a little mad about that one.
Yeah, I would be too. Corrin's showing up now, trying to take care of Albert. I think he should be able to, but Flash is available on Skarner, so it should just be forced out here. But he gets pulled out of the wall and ulted, and yeah, I think you see the Darius, and you just got to pop the Flash immediately. His Apprehend is going to be able to cancel your attempt to dive through the wall.
Slightly unfortunate there, but the CS gap in top is shrinking. CS gap in top is only growing.
Tusini finds the sleep bubble here, is looking to trade heavily onto Hong, is able to take out half his health. Has the Ghost Blades, not the most helpful in one of these situations, but pretty good if Skarner tries to run at you for a gank. Try and get away from him.
Fishy with the Faded Ashes is going to be able to put down significantly better poke in this lane now. Might actually be able to take short trades into Darius, which usually isn't something you want to do.
Yeah, it looks like despite the kills, Noam's actually only had like 70 gold right here. That CS is kind of biting him, but I think Brandon didn't end up roaming for that Grubs fight, right? So he was just able to get free farm
like
bot.
2 waves bot. Yeah. I'm
considering
still not used to how long TP takes. Like, I thought I would be there in 3 seconds. I was there in 8 seconds. It was a little bit rough, but.
And now Draco finding another really good engage here. Brandon getting sunned up and now gets charmed. Should be able to fall here. I don't think he has any chance of living. They're not going to be able to find another kill here, though. Jacob just walking out to safety. Draco's been playing this lane super well, and Hong gets caught out by Fujer again. He's getting zoned off by the bubble. He has no way to escape. That's a really smart play from Tusini. He's able to secure the kill for himself.
No kill threat onto the Nami here. She has ult, can't dive her. Just going to have to back up. That's a quirk of new Skarner. If you're too close to another camp when you hit W, it's gonna mess up your clear.
Inferno has actually found a slight gold lead at this point in the game. The 6 kills that they've gotten onto their bot laners are a huge part of that. First item is coming through for Noam here, but Fujer and Corrin also have their first items, and that's a very terrifying topside for Metabusters, especially because I think Otacon's likely going to end up there if the game keeps going this way. A lot of the fights towards mid have happened on the top side of mid, especially that big fight over Grubs. So not having to worry about rotating up the Kaisa and Nami as they're not a huge source of your gold is going to be really easy for them. Jarvan has already started the dragon here. Albert's looking to stop him. And it looks like the entire map's kind of congregating here. And I believe Inferno should be favored in this fight. But Fuju's able to just buffer out of it and get himself to safety. And I don't think that there's any way for Inferno to force a fight. They can probably just grab the dragon here, but they're forced to retreat. Teddy's off the map completely. Almost got solo killed by Tusini mid. It looks like Dragon's just going to go over to Meta Busters.
Yeah, which puts them at 2 out of the 3 epic monsters needed for the feats.
Yep. They are down First Blood, so it's likely going to have to come down to towers, which Korn has been making really good progress on the top side of the map here. And if my eyes don't deceive me, I think Brandon was able to take 2 plates while the grubs were being fought over.
Yep.
Tusini had a lot of value there. He was able to force Teddy completely off the wave, which means he wasn't able to show up for the dragon fight. Tusini now looking for another kill, is able to pull the exhaust from the wave for the second time this game. Very lucky. And Jacob trying to make sure he gets himself out. Hong falling down to about 50 health, and Tusini's actually able to ult in and grab it, and that's a solo kill in the top lane. Draco is able to trade 1 back. Is Korn gonna die to tower there? No. Barely survives. And Jacob's probably gonna be dead here, but I think Draco doesn't have W, or at least would prefer to go for Jarvan. Fuju's in big trouble here. I'm not sure he has an easy way to get out. Jacob trying to keep him alive for a little bit. Fuju flashing out over the wall. And Brandon ulting in is going to get charmed up by the Seraphine ulti, but that's an ult for ult trade. And that Seraphine ulti is way more impactful in team fights. But Albert should just be able to pick up a kill onto Fuji here, but Fuji's healing so much from Sundered Sky, but is going to end up falling here. Was able to pick up 2 of the grubs, so again, not going to be a feat. Both sets of grubs are split.
Game is probably going to slow down now until Dragon spawning in 30 seconds, so both teams are probably going to look to posture around that.
Dragon is spawning in 3 minutes.
Oh, that's blue buff. Yeah, I'm cooked. Yeah, so we have...
Korn popping Ghost again, is looking for another heal here. Doesn't have ultimate, so it's going to be a bit harder, but is able to find the slow from his W, and the Q comes through, and that is just another solo kill for Korn. He's on a killing spree right now. And the advantage of blind pick is some of these champions, like Korn's Darius, that usually get banned out, just we're not going to see that happening, because they just have free access to him. The Drowsy comes out on mid lane. I don't think Tusini is going to be able to find a kill, but should get a decent amount of damage. Traded back to him over tower. Does not choose to pop the locket to shield that, but Korn just looking for tower, and he should be able to find it. And that's 1 feed either way, and MetaMasters has a huge advantage on the Epic Monster one. Korn honestly might be able to win this. His ultimate's back up, and he's just going to dunk him. That's a 5-in-1 Darius to start off this game at 15 minutes. That's absurd. Hong now going in looking for a trade. The locket is finally popped up, but Hong is not actually able to find a kill. Doesn't chase for it. Fujer should be able to pick him up pretty easily here. And he's stuck between a Jarvan and a Darius. Not the place you want to be, but Tusini ultimately coming up with the kill.
Bit of a rough spot there.
Yeah, Hong has not had a good time this game. Tusini just playing this matchup super well.
That's last season's MVP for you.
True.
Too bad for him, Brewer came back out of retirement. Drag will be spawning in a minute, and it looks like Herald is spawning in 10 seconds. So it seems likely that there'll be a fight around the top side.
It looks like we're committing 3 people on the side of Inferno up to this Rift Herald fight. Not a super important objective. Matters a little bit for feats, but it's not going to get anyone their 3rd. I feel like MetaBusters is probably just going to want to get it.
MetaBusters has 2 drags, it will get them their 3rd.
I meant that in the sense that they're not going to get this, like, no shot. So I think
I see what you mean.
Yeah, like, they're probably just going to let this one go and then go for Dragon. No, I'm actually finding a really good double charm here. Almost finds a kill onto Jacob, but I think if he keeps forcing this fight, Brandon's just going to be able to find the kill. Ults in and has to flash, is going to get traded back. Not the clean kill you'd want to see in a 2v1. And Hong's now just running down Tusini, but he is going to fall asleep. I don't think Tusini can look for the kill here, just has to burn a flash and make sure he can survive. Jacob now looking to see if he can count up this turret, but he's getting teleported on. Does not know. And now Hong is just going to be able to pick this one up. Looks like it... I thought that was going to go over to Draco, but... second kill going on to Corky. Oh, and Gruer donation hack, 400 CS and $30. Thank you so much, Gruer.
That's my goat. Drag is up, but
Now you don't get to see anything.
that's okay. Quick math, let's go.
Crack that my Earth with it. Once you get into anything more complex than like basic, I don't know. It gets bad the higher up you go. That's all I'm gonna say. Future's not looking for this. It again, just has a very easy way out. Skarner's not actually able to follow it up. Drowsy coming down to Seraphine. I don't think it's going to be something that we're going to be able to punish. But Brandon's just raining Void Seekers onto Albert's Inferno. And that's stalling him out enough time for Korn to show up. Tusini now has a cool flank, not able to find anything critical, but actually does find a bubble onto Maokai. Not going to be what you want to see, though. Hong now running him down. Blast going to be able to save him. Draco is going to be the first casualty of the fight. Korn able to reset his ultimate off that. Now just runs down Noam. Is able to find a second kill on there. Looking for a third onto Albert. Is able to find a third kill. And we might see a Quadra dunk coming out here. He's able to get the slow down. And that should be a Quadra. If he had teleport, he might have been able to finish the Penta dunk. But holy shit, Korn. He is starting this game off so well.
Yeah, without Lilia there, it's basically impossible for Alberts to take that fight ever.
Yeah, I mean, Korn has now taken 2 turrets at this point, has 9 kills, and just is running the map. It's not like Fishy isn't doing well, it's just he's had... I don't know, he's gotten behind in lane, he gave her over a couple kills, and just doesn't have the map presence to be able to rotate. I think if he had teleported there, it just wouldn't have been enough, so I respect the decision just to keep going for the top tower, but Korn is doing so well this game. Tusini now sent top to match. Jacob, thanks for the $10 tip. As Tusini is absolutely being plowed top lane, Fishy able to find the solo kill onto Lillian, should be able to pick up this tower afterwards.
Goldie was starting to slip away, taking out this turret should make it a little better for Alberts, but it's still looking a little bit rough. They're about 3K behind.
It does not change the fact that they're down 3 dragons? Okay, Teddy typing in chat, he says, to see you play that matchup well, get ganked over and over and over again. You should watch the lane 1v1 again. Okay, every time that it's just the 2 of you in lane, I see Teddy get a bubble in his face and he loses half his health, and it makes it the easiest gank of all time. He's also, how is he 40 CS? Down, I mean the rest of his team is taking all the CS. Your jungler only has 98, I don't know, man. But Otacon's now started up by Metabusters. They have a huge advantage here. I think this should be pretty easy for him. And Noam's going to be super late to this. That Seraphine ult is critical for their ability to win it. And Draco actually able to defend Albert, keeps a lot of his health bar intact. Korn's actually down to half health to start off this fight, which could be huge. Fishy's cutting out super well. Nami ult now coming down, hits 2. And Albert is going to be the first casualty of the fight. Seraphine Charm hits 3. That might be enough to turn it. Fishy's now in the back line, is able to get 2, but kill credit goes over to Noam for both. And Korn's not able to find anything on the backside of this fight. Draco falling down super low isn't going to tick down, I don't think. And now Fishy able to find another 2 kills, and that is a clean 5-for-1 ace for Albert's Inferno, and they should just be able to pick up Otacon here. Really well played by Fishy. He was just able to get to the backside and do so much damage, but I don't actually think they're going to be able to take down Otacon. This objective is just way too strong at this point in the game.
Slightly too low, yeah. It's especially hard without a life-stealing jungler.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple teams try to go for plays like that and get punished for it super hard, so props to Inferno for stopping the play and just letting it reset. I think they actually were one of the teams that we saw that happen to, so maybe they learned their lesson from round 1, but they've been able to even out the gold lead off of that fight, but I still think being down feats and 3 dragons is pretty concerning. The objective value over there is just very strong for the side of Meta Busters. Whichever team is able to secure Atacon is going to be pretty important this game, and Fuju's on the opposite side of the map, so he's not in a great position to do it. Soul for Meta Busters is going to be spawning in about a minute and a half, so if they're able to just focus on that and maybe save some critical ultimates, get Inferno to commit some of them, that could put him in a good position for it, but you don't really just want to give up Atacon, so I don't see that happening.
And both teams posturing pretty aggressively around Otacon. Whoever gets a pick here is going to be very, very favored
as
to get it.
Korn is walking up, and Draco and Albert were able to just completely mob on him, but he just pops Ghost and runs away. They're not really able to find anything there. That is an important summoner spell forced out, but no other major cooldowns expended there. And now Draco is getting pulled in by Darius, zoned off by the bubble, and Fujer just finds the angle and goes in, and I think Draco's going to fall down to start this fight. No one pops the ulti, but Corki has to teleport to this fight. He shows up pretty late. Might be able to flip it, but that's 2 kills going over immediately, and Corki's able to find 1, and now Hong gets put in the cage. Future falling down super low. I don't think he's going to be able to fall, and Korn just resetting on the back of the fight, and he's able to style that off. And that's 5 for 1 plays going over to either team, and this one just happens to result in the Otacon for Meta Busters. Slightly better timing, and they live with more HP.
Can you hover Oblivion Orb? I bought it just before this fight. I would like to see how much it's denied.
12-26.
It's insane. Jarvan, Darius. Neither of them died.
Yeah. Oh, Nami getting value in.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think at this point we were calling, guys, if Darius gets 1 reset, we all die. So we need to focus him. Remains to be seen if it will be enough. Soul is spawning, or being taken down now by Meta Busters.
And it's really easy for Meta Busters to just force this fight, because worst thing that can happen is they all get sent over to the base, give over 500 gold, and go get Dragon, which really isn't that bad. Future down to half, and Draco finding a really good engage onto Brandon. Brandon might actually fall to start off this fight. Hong's able to pick up the withdraw onto him. Noam has to flash out to keep himself alive, and Noam actually staying alive here, but does end up bleeding out to Darius, who's gotten 2 kills here and is still basically full health. 3 members were withdrawn from Meta Busters, but they're going to be able to rejoin the fight way faster. Now Korn's able to find his 3rd kill of the fight, and he should just be able to get Dragon himself. He can zone Hong and Draco off single-handedly, but they're going to wait for Jarvan and everyone else to get there to fully commit to taking the Dragon. Korn just continue to apply this pressure.
He's back to full health. Half now, because he's been tanking the Dragon, but...
Draco has an angle here, could find someone, but no backup, and just walks up and dies. And that is Soul at 24 minutes. Yeah, one thing I really like about the season change is I feel like last season, if you saw a good first dragon, like if you see Hextech or Infernal spawn super early, most teams just wouldn't even take it because they know that that soul isn't on the table. So we wouldn't see first dragon taken until like 15, 18 minutes some games, but with the feats of strength available, we're seeing dragons get stacked a lot faster. So the soul pressure is a lot more present than it had been last season.
It definitely does feel like objective prio is higher just in overall. Like even in solo queue, I'm seeing 5-man dragons at like 10 minutes, which is crazy compared to last season.
Yeah, it seemed like the solution to having a team that didn't really enjoy doing dragon fights was to just not do dragons ever last season, and I'm glad that we're not seeing that happening anymore. Because I feel like even if you were a team that had like an advantage in dragon fights at like maybe level, or like minute 5, minute 10, if you didn't want to take them at like 30 minutes, you could just not have to deal with that by not even hitting any dragons. I don't know. Lame strategy, but I get why it worked.
Yeah, while we were talking about that, we saw You seen he hit a max range Zoe Q onto Hongbaba and chunk him for 60% of his health with nothing else.
The Fishy's trying to fish for this. I don't think he's going to be able to find it. Nash down to half already, and the sleeve comes down to Skarner. That's not who you need that to hit for Inferno, and Fuji should just be able to smite this uncontested. Just takes it too long for him to wake up from his little nap and show back up to the fight. Tusini way too close there, but he's going to be able to get away with it, and Nami Wave coming down just to peel the recalling members to safety. Hong should be able to get this turret for free on the bot side of the map, though. Fishy's looking here, but could get caught very easily. Jarman able to grab the red buff. But Elder spawn at like 31 minutes is pretty insane, so that should make for an interesting fight. Inferno might need that to get back in the game at this point. They're down 7k and Soul, which...
Yeah, and the level difference is starting to be quite noticeable.
Yeah, upgraded boots have come out for most members of Metabusters, which is going to help a lot in this fight, which Fujer has initiated. Gets another knock-up onto Fishy, has already burned the cage, but he's able to find one kill to start it off. Draco trying to retreat at low health, but Brandon going in for the ultimate, able to find one. Fujer still alive. Albert is going to die. They're able to find a kill onto Brandon, but that's a 4-for-1. Every other member is dead except for Hongbaba, who's trying to fight Korn top lane and might be able to win this 1v1. Korn going in heals so much. Oh, if that ult went through, I think it would have killed, but Hong able to win the one. I think it might be over for his base. He started the recall, but I don't think he's really going to get back in time.
Does not seem like it, no.
And well played to Metabusters. Very good dragon control, and they're just able to end the game super early. 28 minutes.
These games don't get logged, right?
No.
Oh, thank God, my Seraphine win rate. Who do we have next up?
I believe that's going to be Rift Sharks and 101 Thieves. No. That's not even who we play, and we're not next. So, I don't even think that's a real game. I don't think we play them ever.
I don't think we did either.
Oh my God.
Who did you guys play while I was subbing? It was, you weren't in that game either.
I watched it, but
yeah,
they played Bananas. So Metabusters
gotcha.
is able to lock themselves into the bracket stage. So one of the 4 charities that we're gonna possibly contribute to is LA Fire Department Foundation. I phrased that wrong. One of the 4 charities that still have a chance to win is LA Fire Department Foundation. Doctors Without Borders is not eliminated yet, but we are moving on to Fruitcakes versus Andromeda. Both of these teams have a chance to lock themselves into the bracket stage with a win here, and even if they lose, they still have another chance to try to win another game versus another 1-1 team. I am going to quickly just start the game real quick so I can get rosters from it. I don't feel like scrolling all the way back up to try and find that.
Yeah, makes sense. From what I know about this game, we can expect a absolute banger. Not to hype it up too much.
Okay, looks like Andromeda has ended up on blue side here. And this is almost identical to the comp that we saw from them yesterday. They have swapped a single champion. Dr. Dad is now playing Maokai instead of Rel, but everything else is exactly the same. So if that's a game you watched and you enjoyed it, you'll be happy to know that they're just running that back. But on the other team, it's the same roster for Fruitcakes that we saw already. So it's Ali, Julian, Eden, Faye, and Kathy.
I'm remembering correctly, Kathy played Seraphine as well this game?
Yeah, we have a Scrim Zone Classic Ashe Seraphine bot lane.
Man, Season 4 throwback.
True. And Ali C is the featured or a key player for Fruitcakes. Only 21 games, but a 61.9% win rate already. Pretty solid KD, especially for a top lane. It's not something you see much. Garen, his featured champion. We do not see the Singed Mirror coming out here. I think he got his one game in of it, and that was enough. And Julian is 9-0 on Wukong. I did not realize he
I didn't
is
know that either.
playing
That's
that
crazy.
again. Eden 3-0 on Morgana mid is just like, that's crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't have expected that, but Sarverus is going to be on his key champion. Arnie obviously going to be on that Renekton. Any chance he can get to play that, but that's enough looking at these. That is I don't know even what that's from. That's probably from Bilgewater, but we should be able to hop into game.
Singed Jungle.
And the charities these teams are playing for, Andromeda going for PCRF, as we can actually see in the bottom left, and Fruitcakes is playing for the Trevor Project.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Seeing a 5-man cover here? I don't know. They're looking to invade through top, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the strategy is here. Maybe they figured that Arnie would walk up a little aggressively, but Faye just storms through. I'm not sure if they even saw Arnie there, if they just guessed quickly, but forced the flash out immediately. Really good play. They actually have no teleports at the side of Fruitcake, so I know that they need to play super aggressively. This could actually be an interesting strategy for Feats. If you're looking to make sure you're winning all these early skirmishes, we saw that teleport maybe doesn't have the most value in the last game with how long it takes you to get there, but I don't know if double barrier, ignite, heal is going to be the answer. If it goes really well in this game, maybe we'll see some teams try it out in drafted games. But
Barrier
we'll have
on
to see.
Ari is pretty interesting. I feel like usually if Ari doesn't take DP, you run Ignite.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably expecting the Syndra to happen.
Yeah.
And it might keep you alive from some ults, but Faye's actually going to get caught out here. Coffee, really good angle, and they should force out another sum from Faye, but just going to tank the damage and hope that it ends up okay, which I can respect. I don't know. There's a infamous debate that I feel like happened on during the cast of one of the games on whether flashing or dying is worth it. I don't know. Jacob probably remembers this. I think he was there for it, but
I feel
heavy
like
trading
nowadays Flash
coming
is
down top.
so important to prevent giving first blood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably completely irrelevant now that Feat's a thing, but
Yeah.
Ali actually hitting the first level here and is able to just pick up that first blood, so now it doesn't matter what happens on the bot side, and Coffee's just able to find the first blood because Faye took so much damage early on. Flash now, but you're flashing when you're already so low, and now Julian's looking to go mid too. So kills being traded on either side of the map, but if they're able to find another one, but huge scatter coming out from Zarv, he's able to knock both of them back and get himself to safety. Fruitcakes does have a slight advantage though, since they were able to get that kill first. A lot can happen. Arnie's TP forced out already, and Zarv getting so much damage down, but you don't have as much kill threat now as Syndra as you will once you have that ultimate.
Lots of pings being pinged.
Yeah, 3 sums forced out in exchange for 2 for meta. I saw M. For Andromeda's bot lane. And Arnie was forced to flash and still ended up dying in the top side, which is really not good for him.
Didn't he flash on the invade?
Oh, yes. Okay. His flash was forced out earlier, and he gave first blood over unrelated. I mean, maybe probably could have survived if he had it, but
Maybe related.
yeah, somewhat related.
Yeah.
Sarv had an
Drag will be
insane
up.
performance on the champion that we saw yesterday. If he repeats anything like that, it's going to be real bad news for Fruitcakes. But
Yeah.
Fruitcakes is having a great time on the top side of the map. Arnie trying to stun him up and get something down, but Coffee going in on Kathy might be able to find this Q connect and doesn't actually do that much damage because of the empowered W from Seraphine. And Bean's coming around for a flank. Coffee and Dad are set up really well here. If Bean's able to get behind and get a flip in, but the anti-synergy coming out from Maokai a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Kathy was already so low, and Coffee was able to just finish off that kill on Ashe by himself. Really good start to the game by Andromeda here, even though they're down that first blood.
Were we giving out MVPs today? I know you guys gave them out yesterday.
I think we gave out like 2 of the games yesterday.
Okay. Well, first game today was Corn. I
Yeah.
think is the consensus easy pick. For this game, I feel like Syndra into top jungle of Fruitcakes has a good time because they kind of have to run at you, but the CC potential from the bot side of Fruitcakes is kind of scary for an immobile control mage.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen these Ashe Seraphine bot lanes before, and I think basically you have the same thing going for you regardless of which champion is the ADC. You're a very supportive bot lane. So if you're trying to get the jungler fed, you just send the jungler bot a lot and have them set up to get him fed. Or you just let the jungler play around top mid and maybe roam the Seraphine a little bit if the Seraphine's the support. Otherwise, you just fire Ashe arrows everywhere and try to help out the top side of your team to get them ahead, because Ashe and Seraphine can carry, but they're definitely way better set up as support style champions. So
Yeah, you really don't need to get ahead on that lane because you're always going to be relevant in team fights no matter how far behind you are. Ali is taking the 2v1 here. Julian is over the wall here looking for a counter gank, but might be a bit of a difficult angle. And it looks like the play will just fizzle out. Arnie was able to cut down the CS lead a little bit. It's going back up now because
Andromeda has 1,000 gold lead at this point in the game, which is kind of ridiculous. And they're gonna have first presence on Grubs has already rotated their support up top. So they should be in a pretty good position to get him, but it looks like Julian's going to try and go for the early dragon and trade. If you do wait that extra minute and both teams try to do objectives at 6, that means the dragon's already been up for a minute, and it's a little easier to contest it just based off levels and XP. 2 grubs are going over to Andromeda, so if they're able to secure this third one, it's going to count as a feat, or towards the feat, which they're able to do here. But I think this is just going to be 1-for-1 objective trades, which honestly, Fruitcakes is not in a bad spot here. However, Ali could be in a little bit of trouble, has his flash available to him, might not have to use it, but gets flashed on by Dad, is going to have to flash because of that, but there's 4 people up top. He gets stunned by the scatter, and now Singe Flip is going to doom him, and Sarv does have his ultimate now, which means he has that easy outplay button that he's just able to press, and Andromeda getting so much done on the top side of the map here.
Avengers rolled up to the top lane. Although, I suppose it makes sense. Ali is probably the strongest player on Fruitcakes if you can try to shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, between him and Julian, I think depending on Julian's performance, I think he's, you know, they've signed the 2 washed junglers to their team, so the question is, like, how washed are they really, I guess, but Julian has not been looking washed at all, so I think there could definitely be an argument for him being the biggest threat, especially that he's on this comfort with Wukong. I think last game for them, when you had Ali on Singed, I think maybe you're more scared of that because, I don't know, Singed players have got something wrong up there. I mean,
I'm getting some intel that Julian was sick that day, so for him to be playing that well is even more impressive.
Maybe that's why. He's not in his head anymore. He's not thinking about how old he is. It's like, I'm not even washed because he can't think clearly.
Not washed.
Arnie did get the cannon there, so no -1, unfortunately.
Jacob, are you here? Are you keeping track of the -1s?
I don't think
I
he
have
is.
not been.
Stav's here, and Stav was keeping track of him yesterday, but I don't know how closely he's watching. I saw 1, but I think we're at 10 total.
I think we're at 10, unless someone saw more.
I know. It's really hard to notice it when you're casting. But Sarver is able to find this here, does not have mana for ultimate.
That would have been a kill otherwise.
Yeah.
Julian is looking for the gank here.
Yeah, don't think he's going to have enough for it, but the mana is pretty low. Jacob's got some big news he's messaging people about. Message me about it, Jacob. I care. And now Faye gets rooted up here. Dad going in is going to knock Faye into Coffee, which should secure the kill for him. And there we go. Finally goes down. Dad could find another one onto Kathy, but doesn't want to overforce. Knows that Julian could be in the area.
I think this is the first time I've seen Coffee play Varus.
I watched him do it yesterday.
Oh, I wasn't paying enough attention yesterday.
And now Dad does find the second engage onto Kathy, not finding the perfect angle with the Q, not going to be able to secure it up. See, now I'm curious how much Varus he's played. It doesn't seem weird to me at all that he's playing it, but
Oh, it makes sense. I just don't
he
think
played one game of it before, and I didn't
Yeah.
watch it, so. It was into Evan's Quirky, and he lost lane, won the game. Because Mike went 11-2 on freaking Shaco.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
The CS lead mid is a little scary if you're a fruitcake enjoyer.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cerberus is definitely up there as one of the scariest mid laners in the server, so it's not surprising to see him do super well. Dad now finding another engage here, and Cerberus should be able to pick this up with ultimate, and yep, there we go, another kill down. Cinch is forced to burn Ghost, got collapsed on by 3 people. Really big
Ooh.
Ashe and Seraphine ulti is just going to kill Bean to start it off. Eden had to flash out and trying to survive. Julian being able to find 2 kills this fight so far, but Syndra able to find one in return, flashes forward, trying to find another one. Another Q will do it. That's 2 kills for Syndra, and she's 4-0 right now.
Yeah, really, really good engage for fruitcakes. Unfortunately, they're just a little too far behind to make a positive play out of that. 2 kills going over to Julian is good. It'll bring him closer to his item. He's getting close to that Triforce. But if you look on the other side, it looks like Syndra on this back will have a 6-stack Darkseal and a Leandries, and Varus already has the board completed. Swifties for Faye. Makes sense into Singed, presumably he'll build Rylai's, but I feel like Berserkers are just so important for Ashe.
Yeah, Dad looking in for another engage. Chains of Corruption did go down, are able to find the secondary route onto Kathy, but just forces the flash out, which honestly you take as the Varus here. I think that third grub is going to be picked up, so slight Epic Monster advantage over 2 Fruitcakes, which puts him in a really good spot for feats. I don't think any towers are really in too much danger of falling down. There's been a lot of roaming and not a lot of punishing the roams, but looks like Dragon's immediately going to be picked up, so the emphasis is going to be on this Rift Herald that's up in 3 minutes or so.
I read a Reddit post about how the 750 boot upgrade is like super not worth it.
So, Arnie is getting dove here. Is able to survive through the Garanar, but Eden goes in, tries to find something. If Tower is able to pick one up, that could be interesting, but I don't know. It's going to be hard to outplay that 3-man dive coming through here. Bean trying to get the Gromp in retaliation is kind of getting peppered by Ashe Seraphine, but Sarvis is here now, and Flash comes out from Dad again. Looking to find this. I don't think Faye's going to be able to make it back to this tower safely, and Sarvis was just able to find the Unleashed Power onto Kathy and pick up that kill there. Sarvis 5-0 on Syndra. There's a reason this champion gets banned against him all the time, and he's just able to have it. And into Ahri both times. I don't think that's a great matchup for Ahri.
Yeah,
That's results-based analysis heavily, so I don't know.
2 minutes ago, none of the turrets were looking in danger, and now Andromeda will pick up the first turret of the game.
Yeah, they saw 3 people committed to the top side of the map, so they promptly committed 4 to the bottom side of the map. So now it's really just going to be a race for who can get this Rift Herald. Or if you choose not to go for that, you have another minute and 10 until Chem Dragon spawns.
Looks like Fruitcakes will be able to trade some plates on the mid turret.
Oh, I was hoping for a -1 there. No such luck.
-1 on the melee, but I don't think that counts.
Nah, only cannons. If it's every CS missed, I'm going into debt. Like,
Me too.
we're average elo like plat. Like, let's be real, guys.
Alright, we have Herald in 1.5 minutes. Will be interesting to see how Fruitcakes makes up for the no TPs aspect when it comes to mid-game objectives.
Yeah, Ali now going for this. I think he should be able to win out on this fight. Dominus already burned from Renekton, and now Starvis is looking for a one-shot here onto Faye. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find it, but Kathy and Faye were grouped up so much, he basically just got double damage there. I don't know. My take on the boots is that they're probably just as efficient as any other item, so you know, it doesn't really matter if you buy them or a different item. It's all itemization. I think they'd matter if you hit full build, but with how fast games are going these days, I don't think that's really going to happen much.
Yeah, that's true. I think deterministically they're worse than completing a full item, but also the tilt factor of seeing that your enemy has them is significant enough to make them worth
And
it.
Ali now going in should just be able to find the ultimate, but does get hit by the chains and just flashes immediately, but the tenacity from Garen makes it so he does not get stunned up for too long. I don't know. I mean, I think if you're saving up for like death cap or something and you don't have the breakpoint, Starvis is getting collapsed on here by Julian though, is able to find the scatter, but Julian flashes forward to get him with the extendo stick. And now Bean getting charged up and Ashe ulted. I don't think he's going to be able to find the chase here. Ashe is just going to slow him down so much. But
that boy's a glider.
yeah, I think the boots can be really good if you have like 700 gold and it's right before a fight and you have nothing else to buy. Yeah. Having something in your inventory is better than having to like, maybe wait for like a needlessly large rod or like another big component or something. But
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't think they're like, it's bad to buy them. You're not hurting yourself.
I think their real value comes when it gets to one of those games where everyone's at full build and you have like, you know, across your entire team, 4,000 extra gold of stats.
Right.
But soul is more important than that, so I don't know. Little free upgrade is definitely nice.
Yeah, for sure.
The game definitely feels super snowbally, but I think a lot of it is like fake because you're gonna say, oh, well, the person who won feats won the game, but maybe they were just ahead the whole game, and that's why they won feats, and that's why they won the game. Maybe not necessarily related.
I think, I don't remember which Riot employee it was, but they posted
August
it might have been Froxon.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I saw
they posted a comparison of win rate comparison to...
I saw that. It's like basically the same, right?
Yeah, it's within like...
Oh, Arnie almost had that one, but that's another solo kill going over to Ali. He's just had his number here. Probably knew for sure that he was playing Renekton because you're playing into Arnie. I would assume that's why the Garen comes through here. Ashe Arrow is coming down, is able to find Dad, and I think he's going to die for it. Bean actually able to find the first kill of the fight onto Julian, but Kathy able to get one in return onto Dad, and now Varus able to pick one up onto his opposing ADC. But now Ali is just free pushing topside, but I think this dragon is going to be given up. You don't really care too much about a Chem Dragon, so I wouldn't be worried about it too much if I was
Does this give feats to...
they've already had it.
Oh, they had it already.
Yeah, they got it on Gerald.
Yep, they did. Yeah, I think Kathy hit a 3-man flash Seraphine ulti there, which was pretty nice. Not quite enough to make up for the gold deficit, but
yeah, I mean, Varus and Syndra are so far ahead. They deal so much damage. If you look at the corresponding carries on Fruitcakes, it's 0-6 instead of 9-1, so you're gonna struggle a little bit to win these fights. But Garen being able to split push and get all this stuff done across the map is really helping.
Yeah, I feel like Ali is a big fan of Hullbreaker Garen, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him build that third or fourth if it comes to that.
I think Julian not having flash for that fight was really critical. He used it earlier to pick up a kill on Cerberus, which is the only time he's died.
I think the unfortunate thing is he would have killed even without the flash. I think his Q went off before he flashed.
Yeah, I think so too.
Little bit unlucky.
Some Otacon setup is coming out here. It's going to spawn in 10 seconds. Basically, everyone on the map except for Eden's in position for it. Eden does not have a teleport, so isn't going to be able to change that. But now Andromeda is potentially looking for a Rift Herald charge, but I think they're just going to go for a wall. Nope. What the hell are we doing? Who let Dad drive the car? And he now gets silenced and slowed a little bit, but I don't think that's really going to matter. The Ash Arrow coming in from basically max range is also going to stun him, doesn't matter. Cerberus forcing the flash out of Faye by just walking at him. Oh, the Otacon thing is just bugged. It's not spawning, even though it says it is.
Yeah, it'll spawn at 20 minutes every time.
Yeah. I don't know why I ever trust the timer for it, knowing that it's bugged, but Cerberus actually TP'd away from Otacon to just pick up a kill onto Eden. I don't...
Oh my...
It's going to help your tower a little bit, but now Bean's running at Faye, trying to find the flip.
Faye's just standing still.
And now Cerberus is going to be able to pick up the kill. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is rough. This is really rough.
Yeah, I mean,
if is so fast.
Hey, #1 rule of League of Legends is don't chase Singed. If you're standing still, you're not chasing Singed. Think about it.
Otacon will reset here, but it looks like Andromeda will be able to pick it up, and this is the red one, so it should be the revive one.
Aren't they all red?
No, the flower one is blue.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought there were 3 of them, so
There's only 2. I
Clearly
saw that
not
conversation yesterday.
And you didn't say anything in chat, so...
I wasn't there. I didn't see it live. I was out.
Oh. Yeah, there's no way one's blue. That doesn't even make any sense.
It's blue.
Like,
you can look at
the actual creature's blue, or like the icon for it is?
The creature is blue.
I refuse to believe this.
You can look it up.
I'm not going to. I just said I'm going to refuse. And the withdrawal comes out. Ali dropping the ult for it. Coffee also going to get withdrawn here. But they're able to find Kathy. And I think Ali might die here too. So that's 2 withdrawals versus 2 actual kills. And now that's another one going over to Cerberus. And that's a triple for Sarv. He's 10-1 now.
Sent it in general for anyone who wants to see.
Dude, that's just like gray and red. It just looks like Kayn. I don't think Kayn's blue.
It's called Blue Kayn. What do you mean?
Okay, not that Kayn. I meant Ross.
Ross doesn't look gray. He's red and like dark gray.
It looks like Aatrox. It looks like Aatrox. Old Aatrox.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Is Otacon related to
Dude,
the Darkin at all? I have no idea. I think it's purely a Noxus thing, right?
I have no clue.
Anyway, I just know that the like very bright red one is GA and the other one is flowers. And
I don't know. I'm with Eden. I think it's red and dark red.
Eden also said he might be colorblind, and then the general chat said, "Oh, I guess it is blue." So
no. Bluey isn't in the game. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
True.
Sarver's getting a decent trade down onto Ali, but he should just have Garen passive to regen.
Ali's CSing has been kind of crazy this game. Was it 9 CS a minute? No, 8 CS a minute.
This next dragon, I would say matters, but realistically it doesn't. The amount of fighting that people are willing to do over it will matter. Andromeda has a huge lead here. Fruitcakes tries to go for something and just gets flipped on, and I think it's going to be real bad. Ali is not really able to make any progress here into Cerberus, although Sarv's revive just went away from Otacon.
Looks like Fruitcakes is overloading to the top side, which makes sense if you know they're on drag.
Sarv is forced to flash away here, which is going to be critical. And Root coming out ult for ult trade from ADCs, but that's not going to save Faye. Coffee fell
Like a
down to
max
below half,
range.
but I don't know.
Looks like a max range Bear salty. Never change Eden.
Former teammates actually. Arnie was on Fruitcakes last year. Neither of these players have any kills, so if that continues, then neither of them are in any danger. That was -1. It's -11. -11. Eden's now in trouble. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. Darkseal's already fully stacked, so it doesn't super matter. I guess Eden will be up a little bit late for Baron. This is directed camera, Eden. We do not have control over this.
I mean, I could lean forward in my chair and not be in the gamer position, but
Are you shrimping right now?
I don't know. I'm like laid all the way back.
I believe those are Hullbreaker components in Ollie's inventory, although I guess it could be any
It's
of like
a tunnel,
4
or it
items.
could be anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see like Edge of Night.
No, Edgenite doesn't have an extra ruby crystal.
No, that's just for fun.
Oh, okay.
He's
Got it.
buying a heart steal from that, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
4,000 heart steal, lovely.
It's just for the sound effect because it makes you happy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's understandable, honestly.
Yep. And Artie's in big trouble here. Please don't ult him. He's not worth it, guys, I promise. Faye's just going to try and run down Arnie. Looking for their first kill of the game. They might find it. And yes. No? Wait, Arnie flipping this. Is he going to be able to find it? Faye's able to pick it up. But I mean, this is just free Nash.
Down now.
Except Julian immediately gets rooted up. Not able to steal it. Does get knocked up. Is now ulting onto the backline. Not able to find it. And Sarver's godlike 12-1-3.
Maybe he is washed. He didn't smite at all.
I thought it went down above 1200, did it?
That was Bean's smite, and then
Gotcha.
R finished it off. I don't think Julian smited it at all. Game is looking pretty rough for Fruitcakes. 8k down, enemy has Baron,
Watch the
enemy
cannon.
has Soul Point.
Okay, never mind. I mean, we've now hit like the point of balance where other people are spending more money than I am, so I'm motivated to find them.
Yeah.
I'm preying on you and Jacob's financial ruin.
Luckily for us, Baron empowered cannons do not get in turret range, so
That's
our
true.
wallets will be saved a little bit.
I mean, Fruitcake's in a rough position here. They're down 8k gold. Like, the only thing that they're looking at in the game right now, and they're like, oh, that's not that bad, is the fact that it's Chem Soul. Like, honestly, if you're Andromeda here, I would just stop getting dragons. It's just so that Elder, you're right, just so that Elder doesn't show up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Faye gets hit. Sarv is looking for maybe something, but Julian actually has a really good position here. As Flash, he knows Sarvis doesn't. And Varus and Sarv are clumped up together. Bean's walking in. And the arrow comes out, and
arrow.
Julian finds his angle, and that's going to be 2 knocked up by, I mean, Charmed? I can't even fucking talk. Whatever. Huge fight for Fruitcakes. And Ollie's should win this out on the top side of the map, unless Arnie finally turns it around. But no, Ollie's able to pick it up, so that's a 4-for-1 for Fruitcakes, actually. And they're basically back in the game.
He has the Hullbreaker. That should be 2.
That's a 4K gold swing there.
Hey,
It's
I
crazy.
promised a banger, not for 0 reason.
I just thought you were just saying that.
No, I knew this game went long. We are guaranteed at least 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah. And Ollie should be able to find this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Dad's really going to be able to do to him here. Next 2 respawns just hit, though. So Ali's gonna need to hightail it the hell out of here. Honestly, I'd save the flash and just let yourself die here. Sarv has to burn ult for it. That's
what we'll
something.
do.
And
Drag.
Fruitcakes was able to get a dragon, which is nice for them.
And another mid turret. So that's what, four turrets? 2 turrets?
Three?
3 turrets. I know how to count. 3 turrets.
3 plus an inhib.
3 for
And
1.
a
3 for
dragon.
2.
4 for 1.
No, because
No, I meant in kills. 4 for 1 in kills.
But Julian also died.
Oh, I mean, I guess Ali died too. But they got 4 kills.
We're all big play.
Yeah.
We can count, guys. We promise.
I can. I just wasn't counting the Garen. The Garen died for inhib. He didn't die because of the fight.
Then we shouldn't count the inhib as part of the fight.
Okay, then 3 turrets. And you said 1, 2, and 4, so I don't know. Like.
Thought I said 2 and 4. I don't want. Did I say 1?
I'm gonna say that you said 1. I don't care.
Oh, okay. My lord.
Probably said 7 too. I don't know.
Could be true. Faye has hit 3 items here off of all of those plays, and even though she's like behind in kills and CS, she has more items than Coffee does at this point.
It's true.
It's pretty crazy.
Cheaper boots.
Yeah, by what, 100 gold? Oh, I guess he'd spent 750 on the
Yeah, like 800.
upgrade. I told you guys.
I mean, he has an extra 100 gold in inventory and has more gold, or extra 1,000 gold in inventory and has like 500 more overall. So
oh yeah,
his inventory is okay.
Goodbye, Catherine.
Yeah. I mean, Varus' inventory is only 500 gold worse, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And he's
Baron
got like
up
the
in a
freaking
minute.
OP Swifty boots.
Those boots I think are actually worth the 750. I think they're really good.
I like the Magic Pen ones a lot too.
They got super nerfed.
I mean, 8% Magic
hot
Pen's still good. I don't know.
Oh, it's not bad. It's still good, but it's not what it was. I think it was like 20 Magic Pen flat and 10% on top of that.
Yeah, that's better.
Baron will be up in 40 seconds, which should be where we see our next big fight. I'm curious to see if Ali will group for that or if he'll keep pushing bot, because it looks like he's canceling his back over and over.
Yeah, I feel like he should just keep pushing. They found so much success from just having him on the side lane. And honestly, like with Wukong, Ahri, Ashe, Seraphine, like that's such a good team fighting team that I think you're fine missing the extra player, especially since they were able to win that fight earlier. Fujer saying hi chat, you missed your game if you weren't here for the first one. Congrats on the win. And Ali is just 1v1ing Arnie. Arnie took absolutely no damage. That he didn't immediately heal back up. And now Ali just going for a tower?
Yeah, just ignoring him.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't matter.
A Hullbreaker cannon value is insane. Singed shows bot, which means Fruitcakes should be able to threaten Baron here.
Ali now flashing. He feels like he has a chance to live here, or he just wants to stall for Baron. I'm just going to assume he's going to die, and we'll look at what's happening here. Sarvis and Dad both caught out here. Sarvis is going to be able to get away thanks to the Blast Cone. Ashe Arrow trying to find if it's only going to hit onto Dad, and I don't think that they're going to be able to find Nash here.
A little bit unfortunate there. If you can pick off Syndra, you can threaten Baron, but without, it's a little too hard, I think.
Yeah. I feel like Varus needs to be dead too. It's so hard to play into that guy. Ghost coming down from Bean. Looking to find Faye, is going to find the flip, and I think that should just be a dead Ashe. She does not long for this world. And this should just be a pretty uncontestable Baron for Andromeda. Julian is just not close enough to be able to get it.
So bring the gold lead
back to 7k.
Up to 7k after Fruitcakes. I think they shrunk it to what, 3k?
4. They went from 8 to 4. It was 49 to 52.9.
Got it.
Oh, -1, -1. Alright, -12.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Drag is up.
Damn it. That was wishful thinking.
What was?
That Garen would miss the minion that he was eating on top of,
Oh, okay.
where there was nothing else alive. Like, I don't even know. Like, why would he miss that one? I just want the
like they'll
minions
just
to die to nothing.
give it? No, they are going to contest it.
Yeah.
A little late though.
I mean, this should just be soul for them. Coffee is stunned up here, but I don't think you're going to be able to get anything in retaliation. Maokai Root's so valuable.
Ali is free pushing top. Should be able to pick up an inhib here. But I think he won't be able to get more. How much damage has Hullbreaker done this game?
I don't know. I want to see if he lifts this first. He's
Okay.
running away. God, my hiccups. But Bean is able to find the ground onto Eden. Looking for the flip, not able to find it. Kathy's ult, able to pick up 2. They should be able to turn this fight, actually. So 4v3. They had 2 people committed on the other side of the map looking for Ali, who they didn't even get, who's now going to join the back of this fight. And he just ends up directly on top of Bean's head. He's going to be able to get Coffee, maybe, if he gets on top of him. There is an empowered blast gun here. If anyone hits it, it could really change this fight. And double stun coming out from Seraphine. Does she have the riot lives? No. And now Arnie's going to die too. And Julian able to find Coffee on the back of the fight. JK, Sarvis able to take him out. But that's 2 kills going over to Eden. That's a 4 for 1. They just had 2 very key members trying to take care of Ali and had the other 3 pushing into 4 members of Fruitcakes. I'm telling you, this 4 of Fruitcakes is so good at team fighting, and it definitely helps that Ali was able to join the freaking fight on the other side of it.
Took 4 Baron buffs off of Andromeda too, which is not insignificant. 5.6k damage.
Yeah.
Sheesh. And he's gonna take another inhib here, I think.
Yep.
Seeing Ali's macro sense here, which I feel like something Fruitcake was missing last season, should be very significant for them. And it looks like they should just be able to get, yeah, they'll just get out here. Wombo combo for Fruitcakes at this point is definitely something to watch out for. Seraphine ulti combined with Wukong ulti could be massive in these later game team fights. If you can lock down 3, 4, even 5 players, could turn around team fights completely.
Like Grom just running away.
Yeah. Funny Syndra things. Me too, Eden.
Game slowed down a little bit. Kathy trying to clear out vision here. There's a lot of control for Fruitcakes here. Elder isn't going to be up for another 3 minutes, so it's not super critical. Anything that gets placed down now is going to have to get replaced in about another minute at least. Baron's going to be up in another 2 minutes. Ali spotted out here. Dad should be the one to engage for Andromeda. Arnie can also help, but he's walking back into base. Fruitcakes is on vision a little bit. They're mostly posturing to kind of catch any engage that's done into them. Ashe and Seraphine do such a good job of this. And if anyone overextends into a Wukong, it's really easy for him to gap close onto the back line. I think they're just trying to bait Andromeda into walking with their own jungle, but they've decided that they're not going to fall for it, so now they're rotating towards top to try and apply some pressure there. Rude with the monk mental in chat. Love that emote.
Lots of hellos coming out in chat.
I saw.
Hi, Stav.
And this could be the face check that they're afraid of. And now Dad gets engaged on here, does drop the ultimate immediately, worried that he might die. Double charm coming out from Kathy, but now Kathy gets locked up here. Ult is going to be dodged by Starburst, not getting hit by that Ashe arrow. And now Bean with the flip onto Faye. And Faye's just taken out here. Arnie's now joined the fight. Almost gets over the wall, but gets canceled by the Wukong ulti, which just kind of make sure that Wukong dies, so I don't know. That might not have been a benefit. Bean's now running at Ali. Did stop his movement briefly to smite, but should be able to get the flip anyway, and now Dad flashing in is going to get the CC down, but Bean falling down to half. Ali's going to be so hard to kill here. You honestly might have had better luck just trying to do other things, but if you're able to find the kill, it could be worth
by
it.
the blast cone, which I think saved his life.
Yeah. And Eden should die here. I don't think there's a way out, but Ali's still alive.
He will have to defend 1v5.
First spawn should be Kathy in 5 seconds, so she should be up by the time that they get to tower. Does not have ultimate available. A lot of damage coming down here, but Ali gets into the middle of this, gets so much damage down to Bean, is able to take him out with the ultimate. Starver is taking a bunch of damage from tower, which is really impactful here. It's hard for him to overforce, but Ali should just end up dying here, but he's able to take out the entire minion wave except for one minion beforehand. And now Faye drops the arrow onto Coffee, who's already under tower, which was in a bad spot. And now Julian looking to go in. Faye flashing forward, not really able to find anything, but they should be able to take out Dad. Now Julian's rooted up. He should be moving forward to try and get onto Sarvis, but Sarvis should just be able to walk out here. I think that's still better for Andromeda overall, but Arnie trying to
Arnie could not join that
base.
fight. He had to defend base there. I think unfortunately for Fruitcakes with that jungle engage, Julian just wasn't in range.
Oh, but Julian's just starting Soul. If they don't have a read on this would be horrible for Andromeda, and I don't think they know. The vision control on the bot side of the map for Fruitcakes was so good earlier. Syndra TPing, I think she has an idea, but I don't think you have time to fight this, and with Elder down, this is not a fight you're going to win. This call from Julian was so good.
Fruitcakes managed to hold on to that base push there and be able to pick up the Elder, which means that with all their ultis off cooldown, it's going to be a little hard for Andromeda. They are still 8k gold ahead, but with Elder Dragon, it kind of doesn't really matter if you're down in gold to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, Ashe and Seraphine are going to have a field day with that. I genuinely did have no clue how this game goes, so me saying that thing earlier about Fruitcakes not wanting to, or Andromeda not wanting to take Dragon so that Elder does not. Oh my god, Sarv gets picked by the arrow. He's dead. That Hourglass is not going to save him. And Julian gets onto the entire backline. Sarv getting taken down means this should be a free Nash, and maybe even more than that. Julian does get knocked off of the rest of the team, so they should be able to retreat and just stall out a minute for Sarv to get in. But when Baron gets picked up, that should be reducing the gold lead to about 4 or 5k. And at this point, so many people are at full build, it doesn't matter all as much as a gold lead would earlier in the game. Andromeda is 3-man pushing down mid, but there's an open inhib on the top side of the map, so they have to be a little careful. They could commit to like a base race here if Fruitcakes doesn't back, but Fruitcakes is just going to back and play the safer and slower game. Arnie going to be forced to dash out here. Home Guards is going to help Fruitcakes out a little bit here.
He will be able to pick up the top inhib once again.
And Vision comes out. Faye's arrow is actually up basically now, and Andromeda is in a tough spot. Ashe arrow is not going to hit onto anyone. I think if it did, it could have sealed the game. Bean is just letting Ali free hit on the tower, which I don't think that's the move. I don't think you can bend the wave out fast enough.
I think the idea there is you move the minions out of turret range.
Yeah, it just took so long. I think just trying to flip Garen off of it and stall him might have been better, but it seemed okay. They didn't lose the tower. That's what's important.
Alright, I'm going to stop commentating because I know how this play went. I'm going to let you react to it organically.
Ali is stunned up here. I don't think that's a huge deal. I think Elder is still up. Yeah, Elder's still up, which just makes this fight really hard for Andromeda to fight. Root coming down onto Coffee, traded out for Maokai ultimate, and this tower should fall down after a couple more shots from Cannon. Ali charmed, but that's a 4-man Seraphine ulti, and they're just going to completely wipe them. GA is available for Arnie, but he's going to come up after the rest of his team died, and they just lined up, and Kathy saw it, pops the ultimate, and wow. That's a wipe, and that should just be the game.
What a play.
No shot. Andromeda tried to bulk up and defend into this team when Elder was still up. That's crazy. And Fruitcake somehow comes back in a 43-minute game. It's insane.
I promised a banger. And I think that was one of the more banger games we've had so far this tournament.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely the closest game we've had so far. That's crazy.
So that means Fruitcakes will move on to the next round.
Yeah, and Andromeda's gonna have to fight for it against another 1-1 team tomorrow. Wow.
So, Trevor Project, I believe, and LA Fire Department are the two charities so far that have moved on to the
bracket stage.
bracket stage.
Here, I
And
can get
now
that
we see
updated right now.
the 0101 games.
Yep. So these two are elimination games, and 2 out of the 4 of Big Banana's Rift Sharks, Scathing Kill Team, and 101 Thieves are going to be eliminated by the end of today. The first one we're going to see is Big Bananas playing for No Kid Hungry, and Rift Sharks, who are playing for Ocean Defenders Alliance. As usual, I'm going to have to load up the game so I can get rosters. But wow, that was a crazy game.
Yeah, that was a very fun game to watch, even knowing what happened.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe it's my fault because I typed in 101T in the replay file, so that's probably where I got that idea.
Getting a shout out from Eden to his whole team, and especially to Ali for amazing comms.
Yeah, I mean, if we're doing MVPs, it's got to be Ali. Like Kathy had that really good ultimate, but they would never have gotten to that point in the game without Ali doing everything he was doing across the map.
Ali on the sideline just enabled them to stay alive for so long. Eden, can I put the $10 that I owe you to the charity?
How about both? You owe Eden $10, and your tax for still owing Eden $10 goes to charity.
Oh, hi Ali, welcome to the stream. I think this is the first time I've seen you on here.
The rolls are very weird here. Lots of roll swapping coming down for Big Bananas.
I will put the $10 to the charities, Eden. Okay, so 10 plus however many cannons are missed.
Yeah, at least 12 so far. Okay, I think we have rosters. Yes, okay, so here are the lineups for Rift Sharks and Big Bananas. Alana's playing top, Mike jungle, Adam mid, Alex bot lane, and Blake support. And then for Rift Sharks, we have Avery, Psycho Carrot, Brewer, Evan, and PB, which means that Noam and I are not playing for Rift Sharks here, which we saw yesterday. And Psycho Carrot and Brewer are taking over as the mid jungle duo here. Psycho Carrot jungle beat Mason, so someone to watch out for. That's forever going to be this guy's reputation in the jungle. I don't make the rules. And Big Bananas is doing some role swapping from what we saw last time. Last game, we saw from them Alana was mid and Adam was top, so seeing that get flexed around could be something we see during the season. I know Cam also plays both top and mid, so it could just be wherever they think they have better matchups, they'll swap around into it, which I think is kind of interesting.
Cam plays like basically every role, so whatever they need him to fill, he will.
Yeah, I don't imagine that we'd see too much flexing coming out from Mike and Alex, but Blake also is a player who can kind of move around the map, so things should be pretty exciting. But
yeah, for sure.
Anyway, we can go ahead and hop into game. And once again, both these teams are 0-1, so a loss here would mean elimination from the tournament. But here we go.
Alright, I have no idea what happened this game.
Yeah, I'll pretend that I wasn't completely dialed into watching this game like I was playing it, but... And as we see at the bottom, Big Bananas is playing on behalf of No Kid Hungry. Rift Sharks for Ocean Defenders Alliance. Both actually very fitting, considering the team names. I know SKT is another team that did that. I think you could make the argument that Fruitcake's doing something similar. Don't know if any other teams have really... I don't know if there's a space charity. That doesn't That doesn't seem real.
Amazon.
What?
Give money to Amazon, it goes to Bezos' Blue Origin.
Oh, I forgot he has that.
That is to say, he doesn't need your money. Give it to charity instead.
Well, yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a space charity.
That'll just be space consumerism.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys and your alt chats.
Hey, I wasn't around for this one. It was muted. Couldn't tell them to shut the fuck up. Oh, we do see Evan back on Neela. This is a champion that gets banned from a lot, so getting to play it in the blind pick is pretty fun. Brewer on Echo again. That one's pretty obvious. Carrot on Amumu, which is a champion we've seen him play before. Avery on Irelia is a little bit interesting. Not something that we've seen from him a lot, if at all. Which is pretty interesting. Adam on Syndra, I think that's probably just because the champion's good right now. I don't think I know him much as a super big Syndra player. But Evan going in, looking for a good trade here, gets a lot of damage down onto Blake. The Ignite drops down from both lanes. Don't think anyone's going to be able to find the kill. But Evan going in, looking aggressively, don't think he has a second dash. He gets stunned up as the minion dies into him from Bard. And, you know, Blake's Bard, a bit notorious. The Chime Minister. I don't know if it's called the Chime Minister, if it's support. But
the Chime Minister's right-hand man. The Chime...
And Avery trading super aggressively in here, up a lot of health in the early lane phase. I mean, we get to see Mike on Lee Sin. That's super fun. I've missed this.
Carrot on the Amumu Honk Shu Me. I sleep.
If I remember correctly, I think they were predicting Rengar and picked Amumu because it was tanky and didn't want to get one shot by Rengar.
That makes sense.
They both got cannon. They hate fun.
Is
PB going in for a knockup, forces the flash out of Blake. Can we count this -1? Is he even in range? Oh, Panda away. Never mind. Answer my question for me. I feel like if you're zoned off, it doesn't quite count the same. Brewer going in for a trade and flashes in, gets the first blood early, and Psycho Carrot trying to start up a skirmish here, and Evan dashing in, looking for the kill onto Blake. Blake falling down super low. Evan now flashes forward and is going to be able to find another kill, looking to knock Mike down, but they should just be able to walk out after this. Carrot looked like he could have been in a sticky situation, trying to 1v1 Lee Sin over Scuttle Crab, but really good rotate up from Rishark's bot lane to make sure that it is not a lost fight.
Yeah, Evan back on his trusty Neela is definitely someone we need to keep an eye out. Also, Brewer getting his Echo, which I don't think he's gotten in a Scrim Zone game in mid in like years.
I feel like he gets it in sign-up sometimes, but...
I feel like he's gotten it in sign-ups when he's played top or jungle.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he's gotten
Future,
it in mid
where
in a
was the
while.
-1? Did we see it on screen? Brewer dashing forward, trying to find something. That's one. Minus 13 now. I think Brewer could have gotten that.
Yeah, for sure. My goat's letting me down.
Or he just knew that we were going to do this.
Oh, okay, so we're adding the power of foresight to his long list of abilities.
I mean, maybe I just told the whole team, except for you, that miss every cannon.
That wouldn't be very nice.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, yeah, Future, I'm not counting that one. I am counting Brewer's. If we counted every cannon we knew that got missed, then that would be a very different game that we're playing here. Yeah, I think I did clarify that it specifically needs to die visually on screen. Carrot is up a bit of farm. I feel like Lee Sin tends to clear very quickly. He was looking for a bit of an invade here, and I think that is where he's losing some of his time out here. Avery now rotating down, has a huge farm lead, and it looks like Big Bananas has rotated their bot lane up to match into the Irelia. I think this is the first like lane swap we've seen so far this tournament, so it's fun to see that they're going for stuff like this. Mike is over the wall. If he's able to secure just one of these, it is going to stop the feat, but I don't think it's a safe move, especially with PB already committed up, and that is the Grubs taken down before the Dragon can really be started. And Evan did miss that cannon. And so did Alana. So now we're at -15. All we gotta do to get a bunch of money for charity is just show Evan on screen for longer. He's what started it. He's what's gonna add more to it. Avery able to find a stun. The knockup does not land, neither does the ultimate, but they force the flash out, so you're kind of fine with that.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. I think the really ult there got buffered. We are seeing
15.
PB top while his team takes drag.
Yeah, I mean,
Double lane threat.
Yeah, it seems like the supports are following each other around, but not necessarily a lane swap is being made elsewhere. You're kind of fine having a lane swap into the Neela. I mean, Neela and Irelia are basically the same champion at this point. Psycho Carrot flashing in is going to find a good engage here, and Brewer is going to be able to pick up the kill onto Syndra here. It's a 3-0 start for Rift Sharks. They're up 2k gold, up both objectives. It's looking really good for them. Oh, and I think it does suck to not have someone in a duo lane with Neela, so it's good from Bananas to try and draw that away, but I don't think you're losing too much just supporting the Irelia a little bit, especially with the top side objectives. And Neela really is not going to struggle at all into Aurora. Yeah, Blake has a huge flank here, is able to pick up the stun. I think Avery should just end up dying here. Is able to find a stun on the back of it. PB tried to flash E in range to heal him, or to shield him, but just wasn't able to find it. And now Syndra's gotten bot lane, is going to get ulted by the Neela. Don't think he's going to die here. Neela out of mana, so is not going to be able to hit any more Qs. And Alana's ended up back mid into Echo.
Nice sidestep by PB there.
It seems like Big Bananas is willing to flex things around a little bit to get better player matchups, and also as the game progresses, try to get better matchups with their champions. I do like how flexible this team is being. It's really exciting and something that's going to be even more obvious as we get on into games where you can actually draft. I feel like when you blind pick, doesn't have quite the same value.
Yeah, for sure. Herald will be spawning in less than a minute, which I believe will be high prio because that would be feats for Rift Sharks.
Yeah, they've gotten every objective so far, and they have First Blood. First tower could be something to look for. Neela's gotten a lot of damage done to the bot tower already. Game has slowed down a little bit. Brewer is able to actually find the stun there. It looked like it wasn't going to count. He should have that ultimate available to heal himself back up, and he does burn it, but is able to find that kill under tower. Looking for even more tower damage, just not going to find another plate, but he can just wait while his team is going to be able to secure Grubs. If
Grubs,
Mike is able to steal one of these, that could stop Rift Sharks stacking, but he's going to find a Q in onto Avery, which is probably not what you want. Carrot able to smite that one away, and now it's really hard for Mike to be able to get in, and PB just going over the wall, charming him up. They really don't want to let this go over. And feats have been claimed just now, down to 12 HP. Psycho Care going over the wall, dropping the ultimate. Irelia also following up the ultimate, but that stall is going to be enough. It's now a 2v4 for Rift Sharks. Evan's kind of on the bottom of the fight, but he hasn't really joined it yet. And this is 2 kills going over for Big Bananas. It's so huge for them. Now that's a 3rd. But Neela going in, trying to find something here, does not use the ultimate yet, is now going to do it. Is going to be able to find a shutdown onto Lee Sin, but Evan does not manage to flash over the wall there, so he's going to die in return. And the kill score is now evened out. That's a 4-for-1 fight for Big Bananas.
A little sloppy for Rift Sharks on that play.
Yeah, it seemed like they saw the fight they wanted to do over the pit. They just went for it, but the strongest member of their team was still bot lane. And actually was able to claim a turret, so even if they didn't get feats off of the Herald, they got the turret too, so...
Yeah, I mean, they still have sizable gold lead for this stage of the game. And they do also have the feats, which are starting to come in for some of the boots here.
Yeah, top lane and jungle are basically even. Bot lane, you could say, is even 2 kills over, but mid lane's really where things get crazy. Gruer's up like 20 CS and 3 kills, and that's basically all the gold lead that you're looking at here. There's a couple extra kills thrown onto Mike and Blake here, which are going to help mitigate that a little bit, but this Echo is going to be such a problem for Big Bananas. Psycho Carrot did buy a Dark Seal, by the way, and as I say that, he gets a Q onto Adam on the back of the fight, but he just needs to walk it out. He overextended just a little bit there and doesn't have ult to follow up. But now Rift Sharks does have vision of all 5 members of Big Bananas and see that they're starting up this dragon. It could be a pretty difficult objective to contest, especially with Avery top, but he's just looking for another tower, and I think you can give the Ocean after already having the first dragon of the game. Adam is going to get stunned up here. Bard ult is able to catch them both out, and reminder that Avery's still not here, but if they're able to start the fight by killing Syndra, Gruer having to force his ultimate, PB falling down super low, but Charm coming out onto Alana, not able to secure the kill there, but Mumu is still going in, is about to get his ultimate back up, is not able to find it, gets kicked out of the fight, but Gruer goes forward, is able to pick up his 5th kill of the game and his 4th kill on his Dark Seal, while Avery's just plowing through this top tower completely uncontested.
Yeah, the Aurelia change where your passive doesn't wear off on towers has made her split pushing significantly better.
Yeah.
Not able to pick up the full tier 2, but it's down to 25% health.
I mean, I think it's really big that Rift Sharks was able to win that fight for 4v5, and you absolutely hate to see that for Big Bananas. That's a fight that you have to win because you have numbers advantage so early in the game. Just really good catch out there by Gruer, able to find that kill onto Adam to start the fight off, and it forced the Bard ultimate out defensively and didn't really get that much value for them.
Might slow down a little bit here. Herald is spawning in 2 minutes? Yeah. So not many objectives to fight over right now, just turrets, which looks like Evan will maybe look to take this in the face of Big Bananas. I
mean, he's just going to have to walk out. He can take it fast, but not fast enough at 14 minutes. Only has the Collector and Noon Quiver, but both side lane turrets are down to their last limbs and the mid lane turret, so Rift Sharks is going to be sitting on 5 turrets real soon if they have any time out on the map. The 6 grubs are paying off so strong. Evan does have the ultimate available for him. He's having trouble getting into the fight, was stunned up by Bard, but he's able to find the kill before Bard's ultimate actually lands. And now the turret should be free. Psycho Carrot just tanking up, allowing the minions to get in there. But now they are rotating over towards Rift Herald. Gruer trying to get vision here, trying to see if he can get away with getting that bot turret. Avery trying to do the same thing on top. Is able to find the stun, not going to go for that fight. But
Gruer is looking to threaten Alex here on the mid turret. Looks like they'll just look to burst down mid tier 2.
Yeah, Evan taking a lot of damage from Syndra here. They're not able to find a turret on either side, and Psycho Carrot going for a dive here, starts taking tower before he even enters the play, and he's just going to die. Alana falls down super low. Avery trying to find Alana, is actually able to find it, but is going to die on the backside of it. And Bard was actually able to kill Neela mid-ultimate. These fights across the map are going so well for Big Bananas. They were able to go 3-1 on things that they weren't even trying to initiate. And Gruer now gets stunned up here, and he's probably going to die, and he just gets picked up too, and huge shutdown going over to Alex. And he lost most of those Dark Seal stacks that he was working so hard for at the beginning of the game.
So 4 for 1 for Big Banana. Oh, 4 for 2 across the map. A little sloppy for Rift Sharks here. I really feel like these fights should not be remotely close with the gold advantage they have, but I mean, even after the fight happened, they're still 5k up.
I mean, they're playing a 5 melee comp, so it is kind of tough to play some of these fights, but the top one was definitely just a bit overforced, but they were able to get a kill and a tower off of it, so it's not that bad for them, but I don't know. You just kind of have to play super forcing when you're playing a comp that has such a bad amount of range. Like, if you wait for the game to go so long, you're going to be playing it at such a bad range advantage that it's basically just going to be unplayable. So I understand why they're forcing things, but I think they could definitely wait and take better fights.
Yeah, for sure. Herald is up. Carrot opting to take the red buff before. But looks like he won't be punished for that at all. Also takes the Raptors. My goat.
Yeah, I mean,
Clear comes
they had
first.
pinged out towards Rift Herald earlier, decided against it. Don't think it's a super high prio objective. I think it has a lot of value if first turret hasn't fallen or if you're still working towards feats, but
Yeah, for sure.
at this point in the game, I think you just kind of let that slide and try to group up for the next dragon.
Yeah.
As for melee champions, the Chem Soul is actually going to be really helpful, so Rift Sharks should prioritize this super highly.
Remind me what Chem Soul does? You get increased durability the lower health you are? Or something
Yeah,
like that?
durability and tenacity, I think. Or maybe tenacity is just from the normal dragons, and not the soul.
I'm really not sure. It looks like Big Bananas will
I just know it's good on
trade
bruisers
the
and
Poncho,
tanks, so that's all I know. It's
Yeah.
good at that go. Avery and Evan are actually trying to contest this top side by themselves. Not sure it's going to go super well. Psycho Carrot's just soloing out Dragon down there, but that should just go over cleanly.
Yeah, Guru was able to pick up the bot tier 2, which is a sizable golden float, so I'm
Yeah,
sure
he
he'd take that
is
trade
for
anytime.
sure the wealthiest person in the game by a large magnitude. Thanks for the follow, Dave. Yeah, Guru is basically 1.5k up on anyone else in the game, and Evan's the closest with 7.7k. Psycho Carrot just walking up just a bit too far there. Does not have to flash, will just be able to pop the blast cone. And thanks for the follow, Stav. He did the same thing. Evan going in is able to find the ultimate hit onto Syndra and flashes away from the Bard ulti. He sees that Mike is showing up soon and just doesn't want to get hit by that. However, Gruer had already decided to teleport. And Mike could be a little caught out here. Gruer falling down super low. Psycho Carrot goes in but gets stunned up by the Chains of Corruption. And now Evan gets kicked away from the fight. But now PB's here, double charm coming in. Rift Sharks is forcing this so hard and they're able to find one. And they might be able to find another, and they're somehow able to pick that fight up. They had disengaged from that fight 4 times, and they still are able to follow up and get it. It's a 4-1 fight for Rift Sharks, and now they have an 8.6k gold lead. It's going to be even more when they get this turret.
Yeah, with Otacon spawning in 40 seconds, it looks like that'll be the next major objective, and I think Rift Sharks is super duper favorite to get that one at this point in the game.
Yeah, Howden fill this in on what the soul does. When you're low health, you take less damage and deal more, which is what I was forgetting. And tenacity and heal and shield power are what you get with the individual dragons.
I see, I see. Makes sense.
I remember there were like 4 things, I just forgot when you get them. Carrot really knows how to leash camps. I feel like this is the second time I've seen him like a mile away from a camp that he takes right as it goes down. I remembered him saying something in Gen Chat last season about how he was impressed at how much you could do it, and he would just spent like multiple games limit testing it. Speaking of limit testing, Evan dives in, trying to find something here, is actually able to find it. PB healing him so much on Rakan. They're able to find 2 kills, but I think that is maybe not going to be worth it with a huge shutdown over to Mike. But Rakan Ultimate was still available, and they're using that to re-engage. I think Gruer is the one that was in that fight, but Psycho Carrot's here also. PB diving in, there's just so much mobility in this game. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pick another one up. Gruer looking to find this one, and they're able to find a kill onto Bard. And now PB flashing, still had that cooldown available to him, and Gruer just ulting to survive, but I think that means that they're not going to be able to kill Adam. So PB going in though, and that should secure it, and that is going to be 5-for-1 ace for Rift Sharks there.
And it looks like they'll take this inhib and then peel back to Otacon, presumably.
Yeah, the amount of mobility abilities in this game is insane. Irelia has like 8 million Qs per fight. Amumu's got both bandage tosses. Gruer is on Echo, so duh. Evan's got his double charge dash, and then Rakan, I don't know. It's crazy even trying to follow what's going on.
Mobility creep is a little crazy.
I mean, you say that, but a lot of these champions are not that new.
Amumu got changed to have the double bandages.
Oh, that's true.
Mila's new.
And everyone else is 2017 or
Aurora
earlier.
has reset dashes on the enemy team.
Okay, but Lee Sin, Bard, Ult. Gruer going in, should just be able to pick this up. That didn't even auto, just wait for the Q to come back. And this should be the freest Otacon you've ever seen in your life. Rift Sharks has a 11k gold lead already. You know, Noam, I think if they bench us, they might have their strongest roster. Like,
Yeah.
judging by this game only, but I don't know.
It is the deep red Otacon, for Dean's sake, so we'll have the GA effect.
Wait, what?
Deep red Otacon,
No.
so we have the withdraw.
Red and dark red. Dark red has roses. Red is revived.
It's not dark red, you said it was gray.
Okay. Ray.
This guy.
Either way, this is the red one. PB going in, trying to deny the Rift Herald. I can tell you for a fact he did not. Brewer tries to reset and find the kill into Blake. They're not going to be able to do it. A lot of loses half of their health immediately.
And then gets insta-popped before Bard ulti can connect.
Yep. The recall coming out from Echo Q is going to do it. And Brewer just keeps walking in, has the withdraw. Might go for the tower dive, but is going to withdraw under tower. Or tower.
Actually,
Fountain.
I believe
Sorry.
if you die to turret while you have the withdraw, it counts as a true death, and you don't get the withdraw. So if he died to the burn, the ignite tick before fountain, yeah, sorry, not tower.
He
Fountain,
did die
if
to
he
the
had
ignite tick, but
if he had died to fountain, he wouldn't have gotten the withdraw.
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, fun fact, there's not only true damage, there's also true death, and I think the only source of that is fountain.
I mean, the thing that fucks me up is how is True Sight not actually let you see everyone? There's forms of invisibility where you can't be seen in True Sight. Like, tell me how that fucking works. Like, they should just stop using the word true in things.
True. Yeah, I don't even know if fountain prevents GA.
Avery going in here is able to find the stun, but he gets kicked away from Adam. But I mean, he can just withdraw. It's not that huge of a deal.
Literally zero downside to pushing like an 8.
And Brewer almost gets that kill with the
Ooh.
pullback. He's just going for it at this point. Like, I think he's just trying to get style kills on Echo. He's 13-1, 25 stack Magi's.
With the extra pen boots.
Yeah. Building towards death cap, which he's going to get soon. Psycho Carrot could be looking to steal this. Oh my god. That's my jungler, baby.
Might out.
Plus 84. I was watching that game, he goes, thanks for the gold! shut the fuck up! He's just reaching his fucking Reddit form, I don't know.
I know what happens here. This play is... Is it this play? It might not be this play.
Oh, did we founder do this with viewing call?
I was
Oh my
yeah.
god, Evan just goes in and just annihilates Adam and might find a couple more, and oh my god, he just finds 2. That's a triple kill. He goes in, Blake is taken down also by Mila, and he just sets up, and Evan is starting us with the first pentakill of the season, a 25-minute. He saw Guru at 13 kills, he needed 13 kills, and Rift Sharks are going to end this game in 26 minutes. Both of their primary carries having 13 kills, Evan grabbing a pentakill. Oh my god.
And he started that play off like 1v3.
Yeah. Oh my god. The comms for that? Evan goes in, immediately PB goes, I hate when you do that. And then he just kept saying that for the rest of the game.
I mean, he does it frequently, and it
Yeah.
more often than not works out, which is crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, Big Bananas are eliminated from contention after that game, but I mean, they put up a good fight. I mean, I have really enjoyed watching all these players return, and I think they had some stuff going on that was making it a little harder for them to play. So hopefully, we'll get to see a better performance from them
Yeah,
in the
hopefully we'll
season when
see
they can
Adam with a
draft.
healthy hand, not
Yeah.
broken.
Yes. All right. Well, I am going to try and pull up um, the next
Last
replay file, but
last
we
game
are
of
moving
today?
on to the last game of today, which is going to be Skaven Kill Team representing Apopo. Honan, if you're in chat, can you tell me what the hell that stands for, if anything? But they have rats that are like superhero rats. They can defuse bombs. They can I think they smell landmines. I'll say they defuse bombs, and they can smell tuberculosis, I think, which is fucking
That's crazy.
crazy. And then 101 Thieves is going for Child's Play, which I think is promoting video game accessibility and mental health in kids. Please tell me I'm right. Eden has heard of the superhero rats, apparently.
Eden loves rats.
Not enough to be on the rat team. Fake fan.
True.
Okay. And here is the updated one. So Metabusters, Fruitcakes have moved on. Big Bananas is eliminated, and one of these last two teams is also going to be eliminated. The other four teams are going to be in the third round of Swiss. We're skipping the rest. Try to combine last round into one word. The last round because it's already determined whether they're going to make it or not. Technically, we could do it just for seeding, but since we have a bracket stage, there's just not a point to it. But I'm excited to see another game from Skaven. Looks like a bit of a different draft from them, which should be pretty exciting. They are playing into 101 Thieves, who are running Nevada top, Jonah jungle, Juan mid, Dave ADC, and they still have Doug playing for him. And then the lineup for Skaven is Liav top, Apari, jungle, Honan mid, Dio, bot, and Lithi support. And thanks to Noam for the gift. Went right to Honan since he is the captain playing. I don't know if you got to choose that or not, but
I let it be random. It just happened to go to home.
that's fitting. It knows.
Yeah.
But
It's rigged. Sorry, guys.
yeah, you just like rats.
I guess so.
Okay, but I do want to check out the champions to watch since not a lot of these players are players we've seen recently or in a season before, so it's kind of fun to look at that. Nevada's top lane champion is Jace, which is fucking crazy. NA Jace moment. Liav, it's going to say Renekton, but we know that Irelia and Kassadin are the two we really want to watch for him. Jonah being 15-6 all time on Shyvana is just aura. Like, I don't know. I can't call it anything else. And Apari, 7-1 on Kane. Think he ended up losing that Kane game in a late season match last year. Honan and Dio are actually both on their featured champs this game. I'll spoil it. So is Apari. Lithi featured on Milio. 4.17 KDA is disgusting. Juan 4-0 on Syndra, not going to be playing that. Dave 2-1 on Jin is going to be playing that, and Douglas is actually 4-0 on Nautilus, which he's also playing. So a lot of people on comfort
nice.
picks. That is the benefit of blind. I don't know. I keep clicking that tab. That draft. I don't even know like what that is. Like I think that's game 3 of Fearless Finals. So not relevant at all. Not this Fearless Finals. The other one.
I knew Douglas as like a Tom Kench main. I didn't know he was also a Nautilus enjoyer, which I guess makes sense.
They're pretty similar.
Yeah. Eden, when did you get the sub emote? How did that happen? I missed that happening.
Seconds until minions
on Riven. Forces Nami flash out there. It's interesting. You'd think a champ like Katarina would enjoy the TP changes, enabling her to focus on something like Ignite, but Juan has TP here instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope that last game I had the records accurately updated and showed that the teams were both 0-1, but I certainly didn't do it this time, but should be fixed now. Apologies if that was unclear to anyone. I'm assuming you didn't random gift a tier 3 sub.
Sheesh.
That'd be crazy. If anyone else who's watching has a Prime sub, or did Eden, did you just Prime sub? Because if you don't notify, then I don't get to see it. Honan actually just went top. So this is top Xerath into Riven, and they're playing Kassadin mid into Juan, which is crazy. I didn't even realize.
Makes sense though. I feel like that is a rough matchup for Xerath. I mean, either one is rough, I think.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna just say that Eden just Prime subs. I think that is accurate. Wait, no, that's not it.
Shouldn't it be 22.25?
No, because they reduced it. It's only 225 for Prime subs.
Oh,
now.
it's 225? Oh, that's cringe.
Yep.
Jonah's on the Amumu train. I sleep.
Hey, you played it first.
I don't like to.
Stanley with the Prime sub, thank you.
My goat.
It's okay, Stanley, now you get to watch all the players that left you play.
Oh, Stanley had a fever? I'm sorry to hear that.
Let's
Big engage coming out here
now.
for
Dio and Lippy going in here, looking for first blood potentially, but Dio's ignited, dropping down super low. Apari's here to maybe flip the fight, but Douglas is really looking to find the kill, but no one's died yet. Apari looking for it, barrier comes out, and Dave is able to... No, okay, Douglas made sure to secure that first blood on Nautilus, and that is going to be the first feat of the game, going over to 101 Thieves.
crazy long fight there.
Yeah. Here, sorry, no, I forgot that there were
You're
red
good.
lines all over your screen. And Douglas going in, looking for another kill, is actually able to find it. Good 1-for-1 there.
Yeah, all sums here used for SKT's bot lane. Nami flash on the early invade, but everything else just used now.
Yeah, Juan going in there was looking for something. Is still down some CS, but should be able to make up a bunch of it now. Liav's Kassadin is terrifying.
Yeah, well
I
known
think I've
as,
seen it play it
problem.
once, but my god, it does take forever. Jonah and Juan now looking to move in and find something. The second stun comes down. I'm not sure if he's going to get low enough to die. Jonah flashing in, though. I don't think that's going to work. Jonah's going to end up dying to tower here. Now Apari's mid already.
Liav hit him with the question mark ping, like, as he was flashing.
It's funny.
That's a kill going over to Liav's Kassadin, which means he has stacks on his Darksteel already. Has not hit 6 yet. That is terrifying, frankly.
Juan went in, almost died for it. The minion damage is getting him super low. I think he kind of forgot that Liav has double buffs now from Jonah. I think he wins that fight if not for that. And tries to go for it, and isn't going to get it. He gave 2 kills over to Liav's Kassadin at 5 minutes.
Oh, griefer alert. Oh,
no.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for 101 Thieves.
Yeah. Well, the good news for them is that their top laner is up over 20 CS because they're playing Riven and Xerath. And I guess that's a hard winning matchup. I honestly don't even know.
Xerath is in kill range here if he steps up. With Nevada taking over to 6 and having Ignite available. Looks like they'll both just back.
Yeah, Rex and Liav fighting again. Liav's already at 6 and should have a pretty easy time here. But it is a very long ultimate cooldown level 1, but not long enough. He's able to just pick it up. And I honestly think him having gotten 2 kill participation already has helped with the ultimate hunter stacks. And I think that is a little significant and helping him get that just fast enough to be able to take it down. Apari is soloing Dragon here, but good hook coming out from Douglas I think is going to doom Dio, except Jonah not able to find the Q, but doesn't matter. Dave's able to pick it up anyway, and now Lithi falling down. That's a double kill for Dave, and this should be a 3rd kill going over to the bot lane, another one going over to Doug. Unfortunately, he does have 3 out of their 5 kills, but Dave does not seem too mad about it. Throws the
really good though.
Yeah.
They
has 4 swords.
They're single-handedly, I guess Nevada with the huge CS lead is also significant in the gold lead, but 2k gold lead is almost entirely off of...
Yeah, I mean, Jonah's up a huge amount of gold too, I'd assume. True. And Nevada going in, just able to find a solo kill. Good stuff.
And that's the issue with Xerath. You just... If Riven dodges your stun, you're
dead. And if Liav can just get here in time, this is going to be bad news. Jonah does have smite. Whoa. He's gone.
That's so much damage.
What?
That's crazy.
Wait, I actually don't believe what I just saw.
Holy.
That was insane. And Nevada actually able to stop this stack from happening. Was not able to follow Apari over the wall, but you're able to stop another epic monster from going over towards that feat, which is nice.
Apari is not farming.
Yeah, I think last game he played this, he farmed a little too much, and they got behind on objectives, and now this time he's looking to farm more to kind of counter it out, which has worked. They've gotten the dragon, but now he's dead, so I don't know. He's 0-3 to start out the game.
Juan dropped ulti there, just for some poke damage, forcing Xerath to back. I feel like very frequently this season we're going to accidentally call Juan Rex.
Yeah, in my head he is Rex.
You already did it today.
Oh, I already did?
Yeah, you already did it. I almost did it just now, but...
I like genuinely just can't remember who he is. Like I see Rex and my brain just says Rex. I don't know. The Future and Julian thing is going to get me too. Like, I just call them each other interchangeably for some reason. I can't explain that one. Nevada is looking for another kill here. Is going to be able to find it. And I don't think Apari has any chance of winning this, even with the health being so low. He's just 3 levels down.
Yeah, but Kassadin has Malignance already. It is 9 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I mean, this Kassadin is just like a freaking nuclear bomb. Like, Jin's fed, but it doesn't matter.
It's back Dark Seal too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Riven and Jin are even going to be able to do anything to him. Oh, and he's coming top. He's just going to pick up the kill on the Riven, too. He sees the shutdown. He wants the shutdown.
Be a shutdown.
Honen's trying to take it. But shutdown going over to Kassadin. That's a 10-stack Dark Seal. Hopefully going to be upgraded into a Magi soon. I don't know. Honen's on like a support budget this game. Just running mid, trying to get something done.
It's not abnormal for him, to be fair.
Yeah. It is abnormal for him to be playing Xerath top, though.
That's true.
That pick I haven't seen before. Dave dodging everything there really well.
Yeah, I think this game is just going to come down to which of Liav or Dave can carry harder.
Yeah, Vaughn showing up, trying to get something done, but follows him over the wall, actually. But I think Liav is just going to be able to win this. He runs away, though, I think, running out of mana. Does not have that Archangel's put into place, and probably won't for a while. I don't know. It's always funny watching Kassadins get fed super early, and then they just don't have enough mana to actually be fed.
Yeah.
It's very silly.
He might prioritize finishing Magi's here. No, he'll just pick up the Lost Chapters. He'll go for the Archangel's completion.
I mean, I think he just needs the mana. I also would love to see Magi's get completed, but maybe he'll just try not to get any kills so he doesn't feel like he's losing value.
Surely. Does also have a 17 CS lead. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I guess you're not outranged, which you usually are as Kassadin.
And Liav is just getting jumped on there. No ult coming out, but ult should come out now. He gets over the wall, they lose vision. That's double flash over the wall, but Katarina is able to pick up the shutdown with a knife, and he's going to lose Darksteel stacks, which solved his problem.
Good thing he didn't.
That's exactly what he wanted. He actually like wanted to die there, right?
Calculated.
Yeah.
It looks like Nevada is building Prowler's... Not Prowler's Claw, god, what's it called? Profane Hydra? On Riven, which is pretty cool, full lethality Riven. I feel like at that point you should be running Electrocute, but I'm not a Riven player. Maybe Avery can tell us if he knows.
I won't claim to know anything about Riven. And Doug positioning really aggressively here, looking to find something. I think I need to call him Douglas, because if I keep saying Doug in my head, I just think of Healy. It's not even on this team. It's on the other team.
Are we doxing Healy?
I don't think he was hiding it.
I didn't know.
I was just going to say someone else, and then
play
it's
here.
like, why is he just talking about some random guy he knows named Doug? Whatever.
No, Jacob, you can buy yourself a stuff. You're employed, I'm not.
Dio caught out here. Douglas going in is able to find the ultimate down. Dio now popping ultimate, and Douglas is going to fall here. Liav being here is so impactful. And now the curtains are called. Jin opening up, but Nevada able to find a kill onto the Kassadin, and now flashing in. Should be able to pick up another one. I don't know if they're going to be able to find a third. But now Juan's dealing with Apari in the mid lane and a Honen ultimate. But Juan's such good footwork, but I don't think it matters. I think he's just going to die.
Did they do the Kassadin Kane thing? Like on purpose? Is that, or not Kassadin Kane? Xerath Kane on purpose?
Maybe. That's true. Jacob's right. Smart man.
Then why are you asking me to give you a sub instead of putting it towards charity with a donation?
Because he wants a sub regardless.
This guy's a hypocrite.
Well, he values his money twice as much as he values yours.
That's fucked up. I did it randomly.
Oh my god. Yeah, Jacob values his money twice as more as anyone's money, I guess. Juan going in, but is going to get hit by the Xerath stun, which means Liav should just be able to cash him in. Honen, rare missed Xerath ability from him, but Liav picking up another kill. Actually did end up dying twice, so is building those Darksteel stacks back up from 0. Nevada getting a lot of tower damage here. Liav looking to just pick up this kill though. And it's going to be a tough 1v1 actually. Riven's pretty strong too.
Also has mercs.
I think Liav's just going to win this if it's extended, especially with the tower shot coming through. But I don't think he has enough mana to just fully chase.
Seeing here why Honen preferred to avoid that Katarina matchup.
Yeah, I don't think he had much more fun in the Riven one, but oh well. It happens.
I think the issue with Kat is that it's a blink and oh my god.
And he just picks him up.
Killed him. I think the issue with Katarina is that it's a blink, not a dash, so it's significantly easier for her to dodge Xerath's stun.
That's true. Wanting a lot of damage from tower there, and Kassadin and Kane are showing up, but the bot lane looking for stuff here. Xayah looking for the ultimate, not even going to find a good position. Good attempt from Dio there, but Dave's falling down super low. Liav was able to find that kill in the mid lane, but now Nevada's showing up, trying to find a kill in return. Liav should just be able to get out over the wall, gets stunned, but is able to just buffer through it. And Dave and Douglas not able to find a double kill in the bot lane, but maybe they will now, able to find the first one, and now the curtains are called, looking for the last one, and Douglas is just going to fall down. Dave ended the ultimate a little bit early, tried to walk up for an auto, but maybe if he just kept firing, he would be able to get it with the fourth shot. Not sure. Nevada here on a good flank, sees Xerath and Kayn. Is going to interrupt the Xerath ultimate, which is huge. Diving in towards the backline. Should be able to pick up Honan with the ultimate, or with the Ignite. But not able to find Apari as well, who still doesn't have form at 16, by the way. That seems slow. I don't know if that's...
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have not been keeping track of feats at all, but 101 Thieves has them. There have been so many kills this game, I just literally can't.
I think this might be their bloodiest game so far.
Yeah, Lithy picking up the slow, and Juan actually falling over the wall this time. Not sure if he's going to be able to follow again, but Nevada's down here on top of Lithy. Should be able to find this kill. Fourth shot is going to seal the deal. Then Nevada assists Jonah in getting that other one. I don't know if I'm like glad that this game happened last, so I didn't lose my voice immediately, or if I'm like sad that it happened last because I wanted to cast it better and I can't talk at this point of the day.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
How bothered were you by the fact that Dave wasn't hitting the roses?
I don't know. I didn't even notice. I told you they have to be on my screen for them to bother me.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Right. Like I have to be playing.
Gotcha. Herald has been up for a minute. Looks like maybe SKT is going to look to pick it up. They're down 5k gold at this point. 5.5k gold even.
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of putting all your money in the scaling basket at this point. Riven and Katarina are going to do stuff in the mid game. That's kind of what they do. But once it gets to late game, they're going to have trouble dealing with Red Kayn, who
just hit form.
Yeah, just has his form now. And Douglas and Nevada are going for this fight, but it is a 2v3 for them, and Xerath is assisting with a lot of damage from downtown, and this should just be an easy kill picked up there. Juan and Liev looking to fight down there, but I think it's just an easy disengage. You don't want to get tangled up the tower. Rift Herald I don't think is going to be taken by either team, but Chem Dragon is going to be pretty important for a lot of members.
How many we had in this tournament?
That's a good question.
I feel like it's been like disproportionately high. Goodbye, Juan.
Maybe? Oh my god! He got the 1-for-1. That's crazy.
Did Liev not have mana for ult there?
I'm not sure. Maybe not?
I feel like if he would have just ulted and survived if he did, but I don't know. Well played to Juan for managing to turn that around.
Yeah.
Drop 5 Darksteel stacks off of Liev as well.
But also lost 5 himself. Or maybe didn't and just got the 2 from here. I don't know. Apari looking for the steal is not able to find it. Does get knocked up. Falling down to half health. Is going to go inside of Douglas to dodge it. Jonah getting a nice stun on the backline, but has no follow-up from his team. This teleport is coming in super late. Juan now going in aggressively, looking to find any kills. The slow from Curtain Call helps Dio out. Or it hurts Dio a little bit, but Dio's just able to get it with the Blade Caller. And is going to die, but Nevada just getting shut down by Xerath, going for a little bit of a greedy kill there. Dio was not worth that much, but Liev goes in, is able to find the ultimate onto 2 people, almost finds a kill onto Juan, who is now getting picked up by Xerath. Honan looking to find anyone else with this ultimate, but Liev dying again, is now down to 0 stacks on Darksteel, and this is just a bloody few minutes after the dragon. Jonah just abandoning Douglas to die here.
Yeah, luckily for 101 Thieves, they are building a lot of MR.
I think they thought he flashed him to try. He did not, in fact, do that. The gray one. This one's the rose one, I learned.
Yes, correct.
And then there's the evil third blue one that just gives you like $10,000.
IRL.
Right.
Yeah, the elusive one.
Yeah.
You need 50 kills on both teams.
No, you need to like own Riot. It shows up in every one of Mark Merrill's games.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I believe, I'm not sure, the blue one is Ruinous, and then the red one is Voracious.
Yeah. Okay, now a huge knockup comes down and Liav is just going to pick these two up. I don't think Jonah's going to get to this fight anytime soon, so Apari should just be able to pick it up. I think that was a pretty bad oversight from 101 Thieves, just rotating Jonah to the wrong side of the map, and Douglas is not even going to be able to pick up a kill here. Jonah just now joining the fight, needs to find advantage all of a sudden to anybody, is not doing it. Liav is going to teleport into a Jhin ult and die.
Point blank gun.
But 101 Thieves is going to get the roses.
Yeah, they'll be able to pick up the roses, which is significant. Like, that should be a level up for everyone in about 30 adaptive.
First time chatter, outcasted class. I am assuming that was Liav, but unsure.
Yes, it is. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, it's good to be able to laugh at yourself. And that was a funny play. We've certainly had worse involving Jhin ults in this server, so... Hunter One Thieves is still up in dragon stacking, which is important. Oh my gosh. Everyone just introducing themselves in Twitch chat. I love to see it.
True. It is a little crazy to me that Jonah is still ahead in CS into a Kayn. Like, there's just no world where that should happen.
Well, that's because he spent the Otacon fight farming. Juan going in here is immediately cancelled by Liav's Q. Did probably get some more damage off of it than he should have. But Nevada coming in to help forces the flash out of Juan by going in with Liav. He tried to trade him again, but it's not going to work. And Liav should just be able to teleport out of here. But Dave is going to be able to pick him up. Dave's been playing super well this game, I think.
Yeah, for
Probably
sure.
the best performer in the game so far. But Douglas just getting absolutely rolled here, but it just kind of doesn't matter. He's so tanky. This is a 23-minute Rift Herald. This might be the first time I've ever seen this. Like, that's crazy.
Drag is up in 25 seconds. If 101 Thieves can get this, that'll be soul point. Which is not off. Chemtank is not awful. Chemtech, sorry, is not awful on their team. I think Apari heard me. He's trying to catch up on CS now.
That he did.
So much damage.
Oh, good dodge from Juan there. Dashes to Liav as Liav dashes away, but it's not going to matter. Liav just picks up the kill there. And Douglas gets knocked up here again. I think he should actually fall this time. Dio able to pick up the kill. I think this makes it really hard for 101 Thieves to actually finish the dragon. Two of their players are dead before it. And I think at this point, SKT is just scaling up. They're only 3k down, and I don't know. I think it's just going to be so hard for 101 Thieves to be able to contest anything this game. They need a perfect fight. And Kassadin is basically at 16 at this point.
Might be a little too hard to get a good
Nevada actually might be able to win the one here. Jonah trying to get out, and Dave's just going to head the tower and try to prevent them from taking it. Teleport's now coming down from Katarina to kind of group up here. Jonah's trying to stay as close to the tower as possible. See if Apari can die. Drops the ulti. I don't think it's going to matter though. Juan looking for something, not able to find anything, and Nevada was not actually able to finish off that kill on the Liav on the top side of the map. So a lot of things could have gone really well for 101 Thieves there, but nothing actually ends up happening. Apari
This game
is...
crazy.
They know where Apari is, but yeah, okay. Juan's just gonna stack him.
I think he got the camp though, so worth. Not his lane.
Ouch.
Dio's been playing really well this game too. I do want to shout her out. Only 3 deaths into a dive comp like the enemy has is nothing to laugh at. Nothing to sneeze at? I don't know English.
Scoff? Nothing to laugh at. I don't know. Oh, it's fine. I think you can do. Lots of words fit there.
What is Honan?
I don't even. He just says stuff.
True.
Okay, clearly Nevada knows what's going on.
I'm going to assume this is some anime reference I don't get.
AC6, Assassin's Creed 6. That's my understanding.
I see.
I don't actually think that's Assassin's Creed. Armored Core 6. No, Stanley, that can't be real.
Is that the... Oh, no, I don't think that's the Souls-like one, right? That's Demon
Oh,
Core?
and Jonah going in. That only hits one with the ultimate. He's able to find Lithy, but is immediately going to die for it. There's just not enough follow-up there. Now Xerath ultimate's coming out. Not trying to lower them both enough for Liav to go, I guess, but Liav gets knocked up under tower. And if not for Archangels, was going to die.
Oh.
But he's falling down so low. Nevada looking for it on the backside of it, but maybe should just go for Dio. Is able to find it, but now Lithy might just get the kill. And Apari going under tower, trying to find one. Nevada's actually able to find 2 on the backside of that. 101 Thieves still has a gold lead, but this Kassadin is a huge problem.
Kassadin surviving there is crazy. Well played by Lithy. Keeping him alive.
And Nevada's going for this fight. I'm not sure it's the one you want to take, but at least baiting for Juan, who may or may not win. Actually, that's disgusting amounts of damage. He for sure should get the kill here, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, Liam's here. Oh no.
Just cane things.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
$54 kills total.
I'm gonna
and
guess that this
28
game
minutes?
ends at 36 minutes. Just a little prediction of mine.
You're not allowed to. You see the post-game
I didn't read it.
So
We
true.
actually didn't even need those for this tournament. I don't know why I asked for them.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I was just used to Bilgewater.
Hey, they killed Liav.
Oh shit. Jonah drifting, gets smited. Damn, what happens if it looks like someone was like driving a car in real life and you just walk up to them and smite them and their car just disappears?
Well, it wouldn't work like how it worked here. The movie just stopped moving.
That's true.
I think Riot canonically broke conservation of momentum.
Well, maybe the smite just perfectly cancels out any momentum you had.
How would that work though? It's coming from above.
Maybe when you're inside Shelly, you're in a different universe.
I see. That would do it. That's significantly worse though if you can just open pocket dimensions with a crab.
Oh, I don't know. You've seen Arcane.
True. We need to get Stav in here to explain to us all the physics laws that are broken.
This dragon fight, I feel maybe a little one-sided.
Liav sold his Dark Seal.
He kept dying. What's the use?
Maybe he shouldn't die as much.
Nah, that's so fun though. Dave being chunked down to half health means that they're probably going to lose this dragon. He is a very key member of their team, and he needs to be able to survive more than Kassadin breathing on him. The good news is that Kassadin is completely across the map. Ari now going in, and Dio steals the dragon, I guess, and kills Jonah. And Honan, sharpshooting, is able to knock out Jin. And Apari should be able to pick up Douglas here if he doesn't, yeah, talk to someone else.
did manage to stop the blast cone with his W.
Jonah didn't even
It's well
smite.
timed.
I wonder if Dio had enough feathers set up, or if it was just like, I don't even know what happened.
Yav just looking to to end the game here. Yeah. Level 17 Catherine. Doesn't have blue buff though, which will make it a little hard.
Yeah. Not hard to
Never
do
mind.
that though. Jesus Christ.
There's a reason this champ gets permabanned against him.
Yeah. And this should just be free Nash. Liav is putting pressure down on the map, and as you said, no blue buff, which I do think matters. The blue buffs are spawning in about 3 minutes each. Not the dragons, the blue buffs. Yep. And I know you struggle with that
Would
sometimes.
make that mistake.
Yeah. But Nash is now down. And I think with that, SKT has their first gold lead of the game. That's significant. Does that seem right? They've really been down in gold for the last 30 minutes?
Did they get first blood, or was it...
I think 101 Thieves did.
I think 101 Thieves did too, yeah. Might be seeing possibly one of our first games where the team that doesn't get feats ends up winning. I know
the Fruitcakes one.
I know Fruitcakes already did it. I think
feel like a couple yesterday went that way.
Did Alberts do it yesterday into Rift Sharks?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it was. I think it's happened roughly to 50-50, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 3rd out of 8 is within margin of error, I guess. Liav is just standing there menacingly in a bush.
Yeah, I don't really know what options 101 Thieves have here.
I guess you need like a 4-mana Mumu ult.
Yeah, or like Nautilus ult somehow knocking everyone up. Nevada looking for an engage here, almost had something, but Apari just completely shutting them down. That's a good knockup onto Dio. Unfortunately, Liav is completely uncontested on the back of the fight. He's able to get one, teleports back in, is looking to get another one, and goes in. That's a double kill. Dio actually picking one up. Did not die, and is able to deny the pentakill. Or, I mean, someone else died too. I think Dio got 2 there.
Yeah, maybe. That's a clean 5 for 0, and that should just be game. Which I guess means you weren't lying when you said you hadn't looked at the results.
I was off by a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say 33, but I didn't. But like saying that now just makes me look like a clown.
Yeah, Dave, this seems like a really rough game to play as Jhin. It's the downside of blinds, though. And with that, unfortunately, 101 Thieves will be eliminated from the Frostbite tournament.
Yeah.
Which means that tomorrow we will see, I believe, 2 more get eliminated.
Yeah. I'll pull it up. So tomorrow, actually, we're eliminating 4 teams because we're still doing 4 games. If anyone else has a sub available so that we can pass $125 today for the donations, that would be nice. But just a little thing. Or if anyone prime sub today and the notification didn't go through, that would also be helpful. I think you have to like click to send the message for it to even come through on my end, which is like a little dumb.
We're still at minus 15 on the cannons, right?
Yeah. But I'm doing that for the whole tournament. You certainly don't have to unless you
want to. I will.
Okay.
I committed to it.
I will update the bracket to after game 8. So Metabusters and Fruitcakes advance, Big Bananas and 101 Thieves are out. Oh my god, that blends in. I think that's $5 from Jacob. Thank you.
I goat. If someone has a prime sub and wants to bring us over 130, that
we can keep going all day. But yeah, and then I will show the matchups here. So it is going to be Rift Sharks versus Andromeda and Alvarez Inferno versus Skaven Kill Team to get in to the bracket stage. And because Metabusters and Fruitcakes both went 2-0, they are going to be matched against the winners of these 2 games once we get to bracket. That is the reward for finishing quickly. Very similar to the league format. Although, hey, we did it first. Just like we had the Nasus bonking or the Lilia stick bonking Nasus emote first. We did that too. Really, Riot's just copying us, if you think about it.
You should sue for copyright infringement. Off
While
of
I'm
using their
infringing,
intellectual property.
right? Exactly. Thank you
Oh, we got
for
an
the
anonymous
5
tip.
from whoever that was. But anyway, fun stream. I am really worried for my voice going forward, so I'm hoping that we can have 2 people cast, especially because my game's going to be first tomorrow, so that would be nice.
Calling all casters.
Yeah, I know PB said he was busy today and yesterday, so maybe he'll be around, but I mean, he also was in
PB
that game.
Brewercast?
Ooh, that would be fun. But those
That
are
would be
all
hype.
people who are in the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was too, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people from Skaven previously have been into casting, so maybe anyone from there, or I don't know. Really, just anyone. I'm not picky. Anyone who can speak. Which I don't know. Stanley just had COVID, so maybe not him. I know Mason's sick right now. I might be getting there, but I don't know. I will just kind of let it roll on our little page here for a bit, throw in some music. If anyone else wants to send in any donos before the end of the stream, would be appreciated. But thanks to everyone from watching. Oh my god, see, I can't talk anymore. It's over. But thanks to everyone for watching. Appreciate it and appreciate all the donations. It's nice to see that we're raising so much. I feel like, especially with all the guaranteed money we're getting from all these -1s, we're likely going to pass what we got last year, which is I really appreciate it, and we'll feel good for whoever ends up getting the money. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks Dylan for the cookcast.
Hell yeah. Hugs and kisses.